Today's A Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan podcast is brought to you by
GringosLocos.com. Whether you want catering, which they do a phenomenal job.
I want catering.
You can hire them to come cater your event. They'll serve and make double Ds for you, or you could just get a package and they can drop it off and make your own double Ds.
Yeah, you can just do that at your party. Bart Merrick has made fine use of Gringo's catering throughout the years, and it really kicks your party up a couple of notches. But you can hit all the locations just on the weeknights to grab a quick dinner, and I don't think you will be disappointed at all.
Gringos Locos still hiring at all their downtown locations. Of course, their original downtown location, the Milk District location, their Soto location, which is on Michigan Avenue.
Yes, indeed.
And so if you're looking for a job, if you go to gringoslocos.com and then you scroll all the way down to the careers tab, they're offering really good bonuses, and they're a great company to work for. But if you want some double Ds, you want some dang quesadilla.
I'm on the quesadilla right now. Yeah. We had one actually this week. We had to go out for a little quick serve taco action, and there's a lot of choices in town, but for my family, man, we're hitting up that Gringo's, getting me the dang quesadilla with, like, they use kosher salt on the outside of it.
Yeah.
And I got a chicken one. Probably should have gotten the pork. I like the pork, but really, really good, man.
Oh, someone told me they had a mouth hugger pork burrito.
That sounds delicious.
Delicious. It's gringoslocos.com for all locations.
Live from the Streamline Mortgage Solutions studio, it's Orlando's own Tom and Dan.
Whoopee! Hello. This is your Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan program. We hope that you will find our presentation precise, joke heavy, and just right. Thanks.
Welcome to the Friday free show of A Mediocre Time.
Hey, it is Titty Friday.
All right, we're back to that?
Yeah, take them bras off.
I thought it was Let's Go.
It's Titty Sweat Friday.
It's Titty Sweat Friday. The ladies in the chat room were talking about how they don't like the heat, and I came to the hypothesis that the reason ladies don't like heat is namely because they got titties.
That's a lot to carry around up there.
Yeah, especially when it's hot outside, which might be one of the reasons why you don't see a lot of female lawn care professionals is because of titties. Gets in the way of your weed eater.
Yeah. Also, the other crew members, they're
horrible people. They're vile.
Are they going to say some insulting things?
I was mowing my lawn yesterday, and I've never gotten more waves from men driving through my neighborhood than when I was mowing my lawn.
Two of those were Tom and I. We're like, hey, she's doing it.
Why is that? That's a weird
It's a weird thing.
Titties and fish.
Remember when Tiffany came out with that calendar? One of the pictures was her mowing a lawn.
Yes, and everything was spelled wrong. Everything was spelled wrong in the calendar. That's what I loved about the calendar.
Brendan O'Connor's here. How you doing, Brendan?
Oh, his camera's all fucked up. Hold on.
No.
I liked it.
No, you did not.
Nobody needs to see me.
No, they like.
Look at that outfit. Everyone needs to see you.
Yeah. That is. Man, I wish
like that. You
all of our guests are here dressing way better. Than Kyle Eagle yesterday. Now Brendan.
I had 20 minutes to get. I woke up and I was like, "Oh, I have to be there at noon." Tracksuit it is.
Oh man, I have to live your life.
It sounds like a better time.
It is a better time.
You look like a Russian mobster.
Oh, well, I don't want anyone to mess with me.
Yeah, I like it.
Peaky Blinders.
Yeah, I like that a lot. That's got a Burberry vibe going.
Thanks.
Right? Like,
yeah.
Is that a fashion house? What are you wearing there? Is that just?
It's Amazon Basics.
Okay, that might as well be a fashion house. House of Amazon Basics.
Yeah, thank you. That should be my my Vogue house.
Is that couture? That's couture.
If I add something to it, it will be.
Right? Is that what that means?
Well, like handmade.
Yeah, you got to stitch it or something. Tom's flabbergasted because he likes to think of himself as the best dressed around here.
Oh, he's wearing a polo.
Yeah, you've ruffled some feathers, sir, without even knowing it.
Thank you, Brendan, for posting about our Airbnb. I appreciate that.
Thank you for putting us up there, like giving us an excuse to go to Sanford. We needed it. It was like a staff retreat.
I saw that you had fun.
What
you
kind
like
of
the party.
fun?
Hey, were you mowing the grass?
Did you mow any grass?
I didn't know people still made, like outside of college, still made the old liquor watermelon, like the.
Yes, I tried to tell you that's probably what happened.
Wait, you made a liquor
camping.
watermelon on a Tuesday night?
I did.
Wow.
Again, better life.
And we tried to do s'mores, but
I saw that video.
we couldn't figure it out, and I had to use my lighter. And
You were making s'mores with a lighter?
Ghetto s'mores.
And then I was like, what if they have cameras in here and we'll never be able to hang out with Tom and Dave again? They're going to be so mad.
The cameras are only in the bathroom.
Yeah. It's a toilet camera.
What do I care about the kitchen?
We all walked around without pants on, just in case we were going to get broadcast somewhere.
My God.
So,
No, it was great. Such a good trip. So cool that it's like so close to that, like downtown Sanford.
Yeah.
But it's the cool part of downtown Sanford that I actually haven't encountered much, like West End and.
yeah, it is right there. I mean, right across the street, there's bars and all.
Yeah.
You know, it's
It's
if you want to
almost
Sanford,
closer than walking distance, whatever that means.
Yeah.
Well, we met.
You could fall into a bar almost.
Oh, yeah.
You could if you wanted.
If you were
to.
tall.
Yeah, if you.
I mean, I can't
real
do it.
tall.
I mean,
like
it'll take me a couple of egg rolls to get over there. But if you're tall,
and then you're just hitting the trash can.
Jeez.
We met the handsome Irishman that used to own the house.
Oh yeah, from Murphy's Arcade.
Yeah.
He was hitting on my man. They were peeing next to each other, and then he was like,
I'd like to suck your man's dick. Really suck a dick.
I like your Lucky Charms.
Yeah.
And then they just hit. I
Are
showed
you
up.
staying at the house, are ya?
I feel like everybody that stays there runs into him, right?
Yeah, well, he's Murphy's
I
Arcade
know,
is
it's
across
like-
the street.
yeah.
He loved it. He
and he
wouldn't
used to live there.
He
Yeah.
abandoned all work and just hung out with us.
Yeah.
Didn't want to talk to anyone else. He was very focused on us.
I've got a hit on your man.
That episode of Bar Rescue just aired.
Oh, did
It did, yeah.
It was the latest episode of Bar Rescue, which is Murphy's Arcade, which is right across the street from the T&D house.
We did not get to go to the goth bar though, so we're gonna try to go
yeah.
back.
You have to come back. Give you
Yeah,
an
that's-
excuse to come back.
They're
I wanna
closed
go
on
there, too.
Tuesdays. Yeah, it looks so
I haven't
cool.
been yet.
Mannequins.
Yeah.
Oh, let me plug our featured merch item of the week, our collab between Villain and Tom and Dan. It's
Yes.
the Villain Coffee, Tom and Dan bag of coffee, and you can buy that at tomandddan.com. in
It's
the
a
merch
whole
section.
bean, correct? Or no?
Do
we know?
I need to get some so I could.
Yeah, I need some too.
I'll get Eric.
Yeah,
to
it does
bring
say
us some.
coffee beans.
Yeah, and so and I've had Villain coffee, a lot of it actually, and they do damn fine coffee.
I need a bean grinder. I feel like that's cheap, right? Is this a grinder?
I mean,
You're too lazy to do
you're not
that.
going to do this. I'm going to advise you not to grind beans because, again, Sam is right, too lazy.
Can I just pour it in a cup and then hit the button and it grinds it
Yeah,
to
but
the
you're
bottom,
not
right?
going to do that.
I think I would if it was.
You don't even want to pour water into the pot. We've already had this conversation about coffee.
This is just like the crunch wrap thing. You can't do it. You can't grind beans.
He doesn't like to be told he can't do things.
Oh, I got a question for.
I got a
Brendan.
question.
So
You're turning into a peepaw.
There is no stupid questions.
So we did
God don't make no joke.
a 4th of July barbecue over at my house.
It was nice. Thank you for having us.
And I have this theory. I've talked about this a lot. Where if you go over to a friend's house, and this is
As a guest,
You
yeah.
cannot
As a
poop
guest.
at their house.
Oh, I
No,
pooped at your
that's
house.
fine. That's fine.
I pooped at your
Why
house.
are you pooping so much?
I got a bone to pick with that bathroom. That is put a light switch on the entrance. Why? His bathroom, when you walk into his bathroom, the bathroom that you use that's adjacent to the pool, and when you're having 1,000 fucking pool parties.
The guest bathroom.
Yeah, so there's a bathroom there, and when you go into it, you have to open the door and walk to the. It's a long hallway bathroom. You have
Really?
to walk to the end and turn the light on, then walk all the way back. Shit, then wipe, then walk all the way down. Shut off the light on, walk all the way out.
in
Like
the
put
dark?
a fucking light switch at the front of it.
That is odd.
Well, my house is all mishmash together, built
And
add-ons.
I don't know which. If I'm supposed to go in that door, if I'm not supposed to go in that door, because the one door is always. Sometimes it's open, sometimes it's
Why
closed,
not
sometimes it's closed,
just
sometimes
leave
it's
the
open.
light on? Leave the light on during the party. your problem
Oh,
solved.
it's my crazy wife. She turns off all the lights.
Safety
and walks out the
energy.
door. I'll walk out my front door to get something in the car. I'll go to get back in the house. The door's locked.
I do that too, though, to be fair.
I'm like, it's daytime. I'm here. What the hell are you doing?
She's sending you messages.
Well,
That's
no,
a
she's
smoke signal.
It's a habit. I'm sorry. I was like, stop walking the door every 5 seconds. Anyway, so I've got a theory about when I invite someone over to my house. They got to bring something to the table, right? Okay, so
Did you tell them that?
I brought my world famous taco dip.
Well,
I brought world famous taco dip and fresh boiled peanuts.
That's two things.
and I'm not
48
talking
hours, those suckers.
I'm not talking about just a dip or some booze or whatever. I'm talking about what you're good at or your profession, right? I want more than just
He wants you to
dip.
work at his parties.
Well, not that.
What are you asking?
what do you have to offer?
No, like what?
Like a pole dancer?
Well,
Like, what
if
do you want?
if you are a pole dancer,
You better
I
get
want
the
to
You better get on that pole.
not a full dance, but
Give us a little taste.
At one point in the
Shake your
party,
booty a little.
just swing around the pole once, just for
hold on.
just, and I'm like, oh, that was cool.
Would you
And you're bringing something.
Would you accept just bringing your pole and setting it up and taking it down at the end of the night and taking it home?
What, just some sort of tip of the cap to what you do for a living.
You know, it's like if you
show
own
me a little something.
I'll give you a for instance. If I knew Jerry the Snow Cone Man and I invited him to my 4th of July barbecue,
okay.
and if he didn't show up with a portable snow cone maker, I'd be like, you get the fuck out, Jerry.
Or at least
Is that what you mean?
pour something on top of ice.
This is getting out of control.
So
Tom's a workaholic, and now he's trying to push that on everybody else.
No,
he wants
I
you to
did it.
work at his
So I
goddamn
did it.
parties. I'm
I
glad
did
I
it.
didn't
Brendan,
go.
for instance.
What would I have done?
I brought my world
I
famous.
got something.
I brought world famous taco dip, and I brought it in a disposable
taco dip.
But
container.
you're not known for it. Tom wants you to like.
And I brought boiled peanuts, which I am known for.
Oh, okay.
But Daniel, he unknowingly already did this because I have the. Okay, so for instance, Brendan, I'll get to Daniel in a second. But if I invite Brendan O'Connor to my pool party,
What do you
want me
expect
to
him
be
to bring?
in a merman costume?
You better have a wig on. You
some
better
sort
have
of
a
flam- you know,
merman.
you got to dress
A rubber
like you're
ducky-
dressed,
a ducky wrap.
Like if you just show up in cargo shorts and
sure.
one tank top,
Yeah.
I'm gonna be mad because I'm like, well, I want you to be
Yes.
like a little more
A glitter
flamboyant.
wig.
Yeah, yeah,
You're gonna have like Elton John glasses on or some shit.
I got you.
Exactly.
I saw you at the belly flop contest.
Yes.
That's how we wanted
That's how, you know.
all
that-
right,
and
all right.
then I'm like, perfect. That you've
What about
fulfilled
Samantha?
your duty.
What about Samantha?
Yeah.
Well, Samantha could do a couple things.
Like what? Take notes?
Yeah, I mean, like mow the
I'm just
grass. You can mow the grass.
I'm just saying.
He doesn't have any grass. It's all dirt.
If,
You know, American flag bikini.
Yeah.
I'm not known for any of that.
Well, no, but
Well, I mean, you're not known for an American flag bikini.
Yeah. You got certain attributes that we've
Got a
talked
big
about.
brain, Samantha. Your big brain.
Yeah. And then if like you just a little, I'm not asking you to
Oh, my
wear a
gosh.
slingshot, but some
All I hear is an HR complaint. That's
so
what I'm hearing.
and this leads me to my complaint about Juan, our Twitch director,
Which,
and
by the way, he hasn't been doing it. He retired.
Yeah, he
and
must
Tony
have-
Moonjet.
Yeah, Tony Moonjet. I'm going to go on a limb.
I
And
didn't
I'm going to say
see-
Moonjet is your worst offender.
I didn't see him pull out his fancy camera once
No.
and take some really high caliber. I like.
He's a photographer. He rocks that Sony. I didn't see the
So it's-
mirrorless Sony come flying. I didn't see any photos getting snapped.
You're trying to direct a whole after party special.
No, he just
anytime
wants-
you have people over, you want it to be a variety show
just wants-
at your pool.
No, he sets high standards, and if you come to his party, he wants you to bring your A game. This is not bullshit. This is not amateur hour. This is not a fucking practice.
If you're a
this is
professional-
real life, and we only get a few parties. So if you're coming to a Tom Van party, bring your A game,
Not
motherfucker, or
RuPaul's-
get the fuck down the
Not
highway.
RuPaul's best friend race.
Yeah.
I want you to do something.
Yeah, I mean, we're not just showing up to hang out. The end of the world is coming, so you bring your A game. Moonjet, bring your camera.
If you're
Too much for a party.
if you're a professional photographer, I'm just saying, pull the camera,
snap.
pull the DSLR a couple times, and
Yeah.
take some candids of my
They're
kids.
not there to impress each other.
Don't
They're
say
there to
take
hang out with
candids of
you.
my kids
Yeah.
ever.
No. And then you send me a black and white photo
Well,
of my kids jumping in the pool.
If he
you
said
know.
tastefuls of my kids,
Or some special moments of me like throwing my kids, and then you're like, look at this black and white of you
I
throwing
think
your kids. I'm
you're
like,
gonna have
that's
to
pretty good.
make party invitations and put it on the invitations next time and say,
What, bring
do
your A
thing.
game?
Do your thing. Whatever your thing
Yeah,
is.
do
I
your
want
thing.
you to Do
Is that the way you're saying it? Is that what we're saying? Do your thing.
I want one, cooking me up some stuff.
Yeah. He didn't even touch the tongs, not even one time. But he sure ate the sausage, I'll tell you that. And Moonjet, I'm looking at you, Moonjet. You were a sausage pig.
Or
you ate all the sausages, Moonjet.
Or Juan could have fixed my internet.
Do you just cook sausage? All I ever hear about is the sausage.
I don't know. I'm an idiot.
I just want to know what's on the menu.
So I'll explain what me and Daniel do. Because at my pool parties,
I brought taco dip. I brought boiled peanuts. I put one tray of boiled peanuts outside. I put one tray of boiled peanuts inside. The ladies love the taco dip. I brought 2 different types of tortilla chips. I brought triangles. I brought rounds. I had everything.
All they want is a T-shirt that says "The ladies love the taco."
They do.
So when me and when Daniel comes over to my pool parties, we rarely speak. like we don't talk to each other.
I don't need to
because we talk to each other hours and hours a day. But
You just look at each other. You send each other knowing looks across the water.
I don't even need to do that. It's on autopilot.
Yeah, but I'll get, and I did this at 4th of July pool party. I'll get, like Daniel's in the pool. I took my shirt off. I get in the pool too. And then I'll do 15 minutes of the Tom and Dan show with Daniel loud enough so people can hear it.
Yeah,
that's my.
I'm sure your wives love that.
If they want to listen here, that's what we do, and we do it.
We give them an impromptu Tom and Dan Live.
A 15-minute segment.
And trust me when I tell you, as soon as we start talking, everybody's turning around like fucking E.F. Hutton's there.
I'm just saying.
Everybody. They're like, wow, that's so funny. Why am I laughing?
We bring what we do to the table, and everybody else
we never not bring what we do to the table.
Anyway. If you're looking for new flooring, whether it be carpet, luxury vinyl plank like Daniel has throughout his house.
I like that tile that you got. Tom has this amazingly upscale tile that simulates wood. It has made your kitchen, that big open room, it looks glorious.
Yeah, the wood plank tile.
It's beautiful, man.
By the way, At Home Floor Store, they've got a phenomenal install crew, a demolition crew.
I think they're in Baldwin this week. I think Andrea saw them buzzing around here, putting some flooring in. But yeah, they can do it all. And I have luxury vinyl planking in every floor of my house, and it has really changed how the Dennises live. We love it. It's virtually indestructible. It's waterproof. It's phenomenal.
They've got great carpet, all flooring, and what's great about At Home Floor Store is they save you money because they don't have a giant showroom. They don't have a brick and mortar place. Now,
even better, they come to you.
Yeah, they come to you. Now, they do have a showroom if you want to see certain samples, but they'll drop the samples off at your house. Like when my wife was deciding what kind of tile plank she wants, like what color wood, they dropped off a bunch of samples and we put them on her floor, and my wife just walked past them for a week to see, like, oh, okay, I like this color.
Save you a lot of headaches. And then one of the cool things, and we don't really talk about this, but we sealed the deal for all of our stuff, like the installation, organizing it, scheduling, and everything, right in our own living room. If you're the type of person where that's calming to you, or you like that, I like that. I like shopping for my own living room.
Well,
it's way better.
Have them
better.
Have them come to you. They'll give you a quote on everything. They'll drop off samples. They have all the best products.
Yeah, we scheduled everything, and I didn't have to go anywhere.
They're BDM owned, so just check them out online at homefloorstore.com.
Got COVID. Yeah, we all got sick. We all got COVID. Yeah, we all got sick. We all got COVID. Except for me.
All right, we're back, and we're that was weird.
And worse than ever.
Yeah, that was odd.
Sitting in our dark lobby.
Hot. It's so hot.
It's hot as fuck in here now.
And the power went out.
Yeah, and you know,
that's weird.
We
feels like 7 minutes in heaven.
I have redundancy systems like in place for this to happen. But they failed because my backup battery packs only lasted for maybe 5 minutes, and they went out too.
Not even,
not even 5 minutes. So here we are in a hot studio, and OUC, who provides us with power, has now told us that it will be hours before we get our power back.
And it's not even storming outside, so we concluded that someone must have hit something, or they cut a line, or something happened.
Do you get a discount on your...
You don't.
No.
Yeah, and you should.
You should.
You know, it's like when
They're
your
not
cable,
providing the service.
When your cable goes out, you should only be charged for the time that the cable was active, not for the entire month. But that's not how it works.
There's those guys suing the state for when they were forced to close during the pandemic. It's the same thing.
Exactly. I'm with you,
You
Brendan.
weren't open. You weren't working.
Stay open.
Now, a couple of things. It's so hot in here now that Brendan has now taken off his Peaky Blinders hat. He's
His tracksuit,
He's taking off his tracksuit top. He's about to take off his his tiny shoes.
The racing shoes.
Yeah, he's got his racing shoes on. Samantha and I wore jeans. Not
was a
good.
mistake.
That was a mistake. Tom, you're dressed correctly. Our listeners are dressed correctly. They obviously have known that we've been having problems with our air conditioning.
Every
Does
time.
everybody know that this is the downfall of our show? Does everybody know that we're hemorrhaging money and this is like the end of it?
I hope so. We're losing
This is the end
sponsors.
of it, guys. This is bad.
I do like how Sam screamed, "Did you pay your electric bill?" As if that was the first.
She did not scream
No.
that. That was a legitimate question.
I know. Because,
Yeah.
And I don't even blame her because I too. Like,
Well,
that's
I was
I have
there.
access to the numbers
Look,
now. and I'm
either
like,
she was
ugh.
going to ask it or I was
She's
going to
seen.
ask it. You're the number guy.
And then I literally thought for a second, did I? Because I'm like, it's been on auto pay, but maybe I changed a credit card. I don't know.
Right.
You know that
You
happens?
lose a lot of cards.
Yeah, exactly. But I
It's
don't know.
such a
the
dad
whole-
thing to say, Sam. I'm a little impressed.
She's
whole
been hanging
street.
out with us.
Yeah, uh-huh.
You know,
Someone's
so,
got to be the
yeah.
parent around here.
Invaded.
Yeah, it rubs off on her. In the air. No real rubbing.
Oh, okay,
So-
good. Yeah, not
Good
allowed.
Lord.
So
Not that
HR.
type of show.
I forgot where we left off. Oh, we were talking about
Bring something to the
Yeah,
table.
bring-
for a
I-
party.
I was screaming. I'd been screaming.
Yeah.
Hopefully that audio saved. And I was screaming about how I bring a lot to the table.
Yeah, no,
Because I felt a little attacked when you brought this up, to be quite honest with you.
Daniel, you got it good because all you have to bring to the table is your funny jokes. Because that's what we do for a living. I'm saying bring what
And
you
your
do for
hot
a living.
body.
I don't need
Thank
the
you, Brendan.
Just bring your jokes. And the same thing for me. All I have to do is if I go to your party, I will tell you a story. And
So I'll just
tell
take
you,
notes
I
of
think
the party.
I
Sure.
call
Yeah.
bullshit. That's bullshit. Because you were Because you were mad because everyone else is thinking they can bring their jokes and they're just as funny.
Well, no.
if
We
they're
were
a
only
comedian,
mad.
Where's my
Okay.
pole
If
dance
Ross
scene?
McCoy comes to my party, he's allowed to just tell funny jokes. That's
Okay.
what he does.
Okay.
He also has confrontation.
Well, let me bring up something else then.
I don't want that.
Moonjet, Tony Moonjet was there.
Was he
Tony,
skateboarding?
Tony, okay,
That
here's
dude
the
even do a
here's the
kickflip.
thing.
And you're doing
Moonjet,
skateboard now.
Yeah. Bring your skateboard. Do
You have
Yeah.
a sourdough
Then I'm like,
starter.
you
Bring me some
fulfilled-
bread.
Here's the problem I have with Moonjet is that he told us he would not do Brown Trump. He has a character he does called Brown Trump. He does
he's
one of the
not-
best
he's
Donald
not
Trump
doing it
impressions.
anymore?
He said he would not do it
Well,
because
he
it's
got
highly
scared.
offensive. He got
No.
scared. He got scared.
Yeah. He,
Like a death threat scare?
Well, no,
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 just losing a green card here and there.
Well,
Deportation.
Well, he was
here and there.
Every time he saw a big truck, he's like,
Yeah.
coming to get me.
Yeah, he's like, truck nuts.
Oh, so fireworks. So we're setting off fireworks, and all my neighbors. We do it at the end of the cul-de-sac. Brendan.
I was uncomfortable because your younger neighbors all came out.
Yes.
and
Well-
they were all dressed differently than our wives.
What does
Can I
that
say
mean?
that? I can say that, right? They dressed differently than our wives dressed.
well,
Like apparently Andrea dressed like I
She wore, like, a
am.
Like an
Amish
Amish lady?
My wife dressed like I am a fuggo pool mom. She looked like a fuggo pool mom, like dumpy
Zinc
ass,
on her nose.
old blown out yoga pants, got little fuzzy balls on the ass of them where she's been rubbing,
She's
dirt
comfortable.
stains all over
I'm
them,
comfortable.
flapjack titties in a
Come
shitty
on.
ass
I just want to
tank
be
top.
comfortable. That's all I want.
Yeah, but that's not what I. Now your neighbors.
What were
though,
they wearing?
No,
Bikinos?
no, just nice.
But-
top shelf.
Crop tops?
Yeah.
Top shelf.
so
Crop tops.
everybody.
Yeah, we're talking.
Every
Yeah.
my neighbors come out.
Black
and then
label.
The neighbors down the street. My wife tells them, so they bring their kids and stuff, and then I'm setting this.
The other
display
kids
up.
also wore shoes. Our kids no shoes.
Yeah. Well,
Because it's their party.
one of the kids didn't have shoes on because this goes into my point of
Did you blow their toes off?
no, but
close.
So I load up all the fireworks on a folding table, like I borrow one from Eric,
Okay.
like a Tom and Dan
You
folding table.
borrow one? Just get your own.
No. And then Eric's like, "Well, I need that for the event you
Oh, I
have me
think-
out." You're
I
like,
think
"Give me
it's
the
ours.
fucking table." unbelievable.
Anyway,
Does he have it back? He's got an event this weekend.
No,
he's gonna be at the
I
food truck fiesta.
We didn't get it back to him.
But
He'll just be standing
Oh my
in
god,
the sun.
poor Eric.
at the end of my cul-de-sac, my mother-in-law lives there, so I use her front yard as a staging area, and then also to put all the camping chairs. So everybody, all the
We've learned that it's better to
friends-
get the fireworks closer to the birds because it makes them sting crazy in their eyes.
So I have, close to $1,000 worth of fireworks, a pile on a 6-foot folding
It's so
table.
much
Should have went to the light bill.
It's so much stuff. Yeah, I think we spent our fireworks budget,
This next to
our light budget on the fireworks.
all the kids and our families, right?
Yeah.
And then because I staged it there, and then I set off the fireworks far away from them in the middle of the cul-de-sac. But also now, Dr. Gould, one of my neighbors, he's coming to
Dr. Gould.
Well, Dr. Gould. Now, Doc
It's
Gould.
a whole
The
other
characters
show.
in
Yeah.
his neighborhood.
Well, there's Dr. Gould, and then his dad lived with him. That was Pappy Gould, right?
Who's younger,
Suntan
who's
Sally.
younger than Dr. Gould.
Oh, Pappy Gould is younger than Dr. Gould?
Yeah.
Is he
Which
vegetarian?
Which one had the slick back white hair that was setting
Oh,
off
please
the,
be
the,
Dr. Gould.
No, that was Dr. Gould.
Dr.
Yes!
Gould. Brendan, this guy was setting off some real alarm bangers.
Oh.
Mortars.
Like metaphoric? Oh, you mean like, I thought you meant like metaphorically, like conversationally.
Well, Tom was
No,
having
he set it off the
bars.
Tom was having a battle with this guy. Like every time Tom would set off something, he would go out there and light one of his fireworks and give Tom the what for.
So
It was like a dick out competition.
when we're doing the
Had
small
that dream.
stuff first, Brendan, like you do the sparklers and all
You
the
start
small
with a
stuff,
red,
the
white, and blue
tanks.
sparkler. Then you
Work
do
your way
jumbo
up.
sparklers.
I did, and then we're doing like Roman candles or whatever. And Craig has some
Pooping
nice,
puppy.
big Roman
That's made
candles.
up.
But
Black snakes. Yeah, pooping puppy is just a black snake.
I'm handing out there's like
don't
sparkler
understand.
swords that shoot out basically sparks, and then at the end some report. And
It's a cold flame. They call it a cold flame. You can put your hand in it. I'm
No,
serious.
you cannot.
No,
You
they
just-
say it's a cold flame. It's a fountain flame. You're supposed to be able to put your hand in it.
This thing is a welder. I mean,
Yeah, it's not.
What's funny to me is that I don't know what is acceptable to hand a stranger's kid.
Nothing.
But
Nothing. Yeah, it's true,
because
nothing.
they are like I am.
we
Like
don't have kids.
who wants sparklers? And then I'm handing out the sparklers and then the swords and whatever.
Yeah.
And then like a 5-year-old with no shoes comes up to me.
Oh,
and
the
I'm-
little boy. Yeah, I didn't know who that was.
a stranger. I don't
Yeah.
know. And then I'm handing him an Excalibur.
Yeah, you should have said, "Who
sword.
are you?"
Wait, and then I'm lighting it for him.
No!
I don't even know where. I'm like, is this fine? He ran up to me.
You're handing a child
Yeah,
an
he got
explosive?
right in line. I know exactly what you're talking about. This little kid, he's so cute, but no shoes, and I still don't know whose kid that was.
Just a free range cul-de-sac.
Could have been a wildling. Could have just come fresh from the woods.
And then I'm lighting a.
He could be independent, just be alone.
Did
right
he
now.
whisper, "Will you be my daddy"?
Oh man, he was really cute.
I'm lighting a Roman candle for my son Tommy, and he's shooting a Roman candle off. And then as
What
he's
is
shooting
happening?
it off, now no one's saying anything. And then I'm like, I grew up. You hold the Roman candles. I know you're probably not supposed to.
Yeah,
or
you're
whatever,
not.
but it's.
You're absolutely
My
not.
point
Oh,
being,
Tom.
I'm looking at the Roman candle. I'm like, Craig's Pyro Spots fireworks are safe, but like some kid Tommy's age made this, you know, in China.
Right.
So like,
Accidents happen.
and then there's, I'm guessing, very little,
Oversight?
oversight of
Yeah.
this. You know, what I'm saying? And this is handing it, blowing off and they're big ass Roman candle. He's shooting it into
For
the
no
air.
oversight, I will say they're oddly consistent. All of the fireworks.
And then I'm
No
looking
death
at Tommy,
guarantee.
and then I'm like, we were making you wear a mask 6 months ago. Like,
God.
so are we safe or not? What are we? What like?
We're irresponsible.
Like, how much do we care about safety? You
don't.
And also, I'm looking at like my family's and everybody's families and kids are sitting next to the pile.
Does he
of
have a
fireworks.
pocket knife too?
Yeah,
I'm
well,
like-
that's every family was sitting next to. You sit next to the you pile up all the gunpowder in one pile, and then you have your family sit next to the gunpowder pile, right?
I'm
Like that video that's going around
Yeah,
where
like
blew up
the
that
video
guy's truck.
like everybody shared it.
It
Joe
blows-
Rogan shared it. Everybody shared it.
Where what I imagine a sand pail full of TNT explodes, like you saw the evidence circulating the internet or whatever.
Yeah.
That gigantic explosion.
Here's
like
my
that
comment
would've
on that, though.
burn your face, Two-Face.
Here's my comment on that, though. Based on looking at that, the way it exploded, I think next year we got to put all our stuff together in the center of the cul-de-sac and just light it and run.
Just light it on
because
fire.
it looks
awesome,
awesome, man. I don't think anybody. Hopefully nobody was hurt. You see the little kid fall, and then you see the mom scoop and run. So the little kid was fine. Yeah. I really don't care about any of the adults getting hurt because you guys are dumb and you shouldn't have been sitting there. Yeah. But like the kids, they don't deserve that.
Well, it's so weird.
It's a weird because what I laugh
I'm
about
Canadian,
is
so this whole
are we safety conscious or not? Because
fireworks because it's an American right.
If you were an alien, you look down at
it's
how,
like Guns Jr., right? Fireworks are Guns Jr.
Yeah, it's all the same.
Like how
it's
much
a gateway drug.
We like to make things go boom.
It's the marijuana.
It's the marijuana.
Fireworks are the
industry.
marijuana for guns.
Recruitment.
So,
you don't have pets then. They must be freaking out.
This happened to me yesterday. So, Brendan, both my sons are in swim class. Right?
Okay.
So
I knew that.
They race.
Yeah. They call it. I mean, it's not Michael Phelps. Half of them are doing different things. You got a ribbon.
Better than Fred Phelps.
We're just happy they're doing something.
Yeah. So they're in swim class, and it's Tuesday through Thursday is swim practice, right?
Okay.
So I enjoy taking them there
with your rolly cooler and yelling.
Yeah, leaving your keys at home.
You were here for that.
Yeah. So you've heard this, but
I'm still mad at you for not just owning up to it, Tom.
I take them to swim class partly because while they swim and practice, I can get on my phone and catch up on emails,
TikTok,
or Bovada, or there's a lot
or
of things.
X videos, or Pornhub, or XNXX.
I between emails and thinking of ideas and writing Eric emails and Tony,
leave them alone.
I know.
We'll stop emailing
or
me.
povr.com. That's a good one if you got the VR goggles.
I catch up on work. It's that hour I sit on the bleachers and I just use it for email or gambling. And because I'm stuck there for an hour, so what else am I going to do?
Yeah.
I mean, you could watch and learn the strokes.
Okay, so
you could learn what they need to work on, so you know what to reinforce to get them better at it. Get a good rapport with the coach.
So then
ask to help out. You guys need any Gatorade or anything? Can I be an assistant? Can I be a helper?
It's not. It is a bunch of high school teens that swim.
You love high school teens. You tell me that every day.
Your kids are in high school?
You got him with that one.
We've seen your
I've seen you smoking a joint with a high school girl outside of an Applebee's.
All right.
No one needs help. They don't want anybody's help. It's just you're supposed to take your kid there and then sit in the bleachers and then take your kid back. So yesterday, and usually I just
when
go.
When you put it like that, super.
And then yesterday, my wife wants to go, and she's let's go together this for.
Oh, that's nice. Let's go together as a family. That's what most people do, right? Why is this a foreign thing to you? I
feel like most parents split it up, or you're not
divide and conquer.
Well, Andrew's taking Maisie.
Yeah, but I pick her up. I go there and pick her up.
But no, you don't have to go together.
No, I don't have to sit there. Thank God.
So usually,
no bleachers for me.
Crystal will stay home, do the laundry because they do all their stuff before.
That's what I do. I stay home and make laundry dirty.
So she's like, "Let's go together." So we're driving to swim practice, and then Max, who's my emotional son, Tommy's like me, no emotion, just logic, but Max is super emotional, and then Crystal's talking to him oh yeah, well, and then Max is like, well, I hope you guys watch me because Dad likes his phone more than he likes watching his son.
They see
it.
Oh shit!
All of it.
I know.
That really hurts my chest a little bit, man. I'm an emotional guy, and I do not like this.
So,
He'll always remember you didn't watch.
My God.
He'll be telling his therapist about it.
And then I'm like, I watch you.
I'm not on my phone, you lying motherfucker.
And I'm like, I watch you every time.
Love you so much.
Yeah, I know them all. You do the butterfly, you do the backstroke, you do the regular.
Crystal's like, you're addicted to your phone. I'm telling my
piece
therapist.
of shit, I want a divorce. The whole thing.
And then I'm like, I'm not. I'm like, and then I'm looking at Max. I'm like, I watch you. And Max is like, every time I look up, you're looking at your phone.
Oh, shit, man.
So then I'm like, what
That's
the
fucked
fuck?
up.
So then,
Did you yell at him for looking up? You're like, focus on him. Swimming.
No.
I'm talking right now, aren't I?
No wonder you're not waiting.
So then,
I like that he's being honest and talking about how you hurt his feelings and you yell at him. That's my dad's move too.
I think.
oh, come on. So then,
I think I got made fun of for being emotional. Now that it.
so
come
then,
to think of it,
I'm sitting riding to swim practice, and I do.
Are you silent now?
No. So then it started hurting my goddamn feelings. Right?
Yes,
I
he's
feel,
there.
I started in
like
my
a
head.
bad
I'm
dad.
like, you piece of shit.
If I'd have known
Your
this,
son
I'd have
thinks
tried
he
to make
doesn't
you
love
cry.
you.
I'd be like, cry, you fucking pussy, cry.
Oh, no.
You're like the dad from Ozark.
Oh, that's a bad
with
dad.
the redneck girl's dad.
Oh.
You're like you're
My God.
Ruth's dad?
yeah, you're Ruth's dad.
This is what the demons are saying in your
yeah,
ear?
yeah,
Is that
because
what-
I'm like
Did
you're
you take an edible before this?
no. I start feeling guilty.
Yeah, you
because
get
I
him.
was-
Max called him out. You're always on your edibles at swim.
So and then-
Daddy likes his weed more than me.
Oh, that would
So-
hurt so bad.
Why are you always stoned?
I'm like, I start beating myself up in my head.
Yeah,
I'm like, you what a
that's
piece
okay.
of shit you
Oh,
are.
I'd love to
Look at-
see that.
Then I almost
He's got
threw my phone.
emotion.
I almost threw my phone out the window and be like, no more phone for you. Like you're never looking at it again. You could do business on your computer at home.
You can do business paper.
I'm doing this all for you.
Snail mail.
You, a piece of paper, and the mail service.
Now you're going over emotional.
But then
Yeah.
I started to get mad at Max because I was
Okay,
like,
I'm not the crazy one. I'm going to say it again. This is going to be the final show, though. I say I'm not the
then-
crazy one. If nothing proves that I'm not the crazy one, more than this is it.
What
He's
are
the
you
crazy
afraid
one.
of just feeling it and then changing your behavior?
well, no, well, because this is
Just
why I
set
get
an alarm
mad.
on your phone to be off of it during swim practice.
Yeah.
It's
No,
not.
no,
you're
no.
making it too. It's not this deep, dude.
Leave it in the car.
When they do, I went to one of their swim meets. They only did one so far, but I went to there and I watched every single race.
Apparently
intently.
not. Apparently not.
But practice. So then I started getting mad because I'm like, to practice, you're swimming back and forth. You're doing.
My dad wasn't on a phone when I soccer practiced.
Was he watching every single second?
He
of it?
was because there were no phones.
No,
If there had been phones, he'd have been on his phone.
No, you're just talking to other dads. Back then in the 80s, you're just sitting there.
Did
You're intently watching your
Did
kid
you have a
practice when you.
My
if your
dad
kid-
would
Did
watch
you
me
have
and
a
smoke cigarettes.
follow-up conversation with Max about this? Did
No,
you just
so
talk
then
about it?
I'm
no.
No,
sitting
he doesn't
there,
do emotional conversations,
Oh,
Brendan.
no.
I'm sitting
Oh,
there.
you're gonna passive aggressive
No, I'm
stare
sitting-
at
I'm
him.
sitting
Look
there,
at
I'm
me
like,
looking.
No, I looked.
Go, Max.
He never
Not on
looked.
my phone.
He never looked up one time and saw me. I'm giving a thumbs up.
He did. You just
He
can't
did.
see
Yeah.
because you need glasses.
I watched it.
Performative.
He never did. Then I'm like, he's doing what my wife does, which is just trying to fuck with me and like you.
Or he was giving you a taste of your own medicine.
No, he's
Yeah,
trying
maybe
to
he
use-
was on his phone in the pool.
He's embarrassed that he brought it up, so he was just focusing
He
on
saw that
swimming.
he upset daddy.
No,
Yeah.
I think he's
Well,
like
if
my
he's
wife.
like Mama and he
trying
knew he
to
upset
stab
Daddy,
me
he'd
in the
enjoy
heart.
it.
For using his because he knows that will get me. He didn't even care. He's not even like that's what I'm saying. He doesn't even care. He just said
Sounds
that.
like he does.
Well, did you have
he
a
said that just to
conversation?
get me.
So
You're telling
afterwards, did
yourself
you
that's-
confront
yeah,
him?
yeah.
Did you say like,
No.
"Hey, just so you know, Daddy was here, and
He
I
doesn't-
couldn't help but notice that you never looked up."
he never even cared. I said, I'm like, hey, good job, Max. He didn't listen. He didn't turn around and be like, thanks for the encouragement, Dad. He didn't even care. So I'm like, what? He just said that shit to fuck with me.
No, you got to do it again now. Now you got to do that every time. He's keeping track.
And it's like you watch your kids' recitals, you watch your kids' games intently. Like I would never be on my phone during my kids' swim race or our whole game. I'm watching intently. But the practice, you have to watch the practice intently. Like you watching your kid. No one goes and watches their kid practice the trumpet.
Okay, I got
But
lucky.
you just watch the
I
recital.
will say football moms watch intently.
Well, I'll
I've
also
been to a lot of football practices.
I'll
and they-
help.
They're drinking wine.
But at least with the football
My mom and dad
practice-
sat in the car. It was hot. So they'd be in the car. It was impossible for me to look from the soccer field in through the window and know whether. I mean, they looked as if they were
All
paying
I'm
attention.
hearing is a son that wants his dad's approval.
Yeah.
You know, he wants you
Yeah.
to watch
Does anybody
him.
raise your hand if you know what it
When-
feels like to have your mom or dad not care about you?
I make
We're all in a circle here. It's like a meeting.
I had
right?
a job. I
happening?
had a job in high school. I was working at a cross-country ski resort, and my dad, his only job was to pick me up at the end of the day.
Yeah.
And I would say probably 10 times he did not, and I
Forgot
had to
about
walk home, and it would take me 3 hours to walk
Oh
home.
my
after
God.
Oh my God!
3 hours.
We love you, Brendan.
That's the same as occasionally looking at your phone,
Crying.
Well,
you're treading water, and the coach is like, "Hey, this is
Sam.
how you tread water." You're like, "I'm looking."
You
at
know
my
what he
phone.
is? You're a digital deadbeat. You're a digital deadbeat dad.
You're comparing me to your. They forgot to pick you
Yeah.
up.
Hey, let's not be late.
We got power. All right.
Go back on Twitch.
Yeah, we're
What
gonna
are we
go.
doing?
I cook my son's hot breakfast every single eggs and pancakes every
You don't
morning.
get a medal for being a good dad, Tom.
I provide.
Hold on.
Hold on. I provide food to my kids. You want a pat on the back for that?
A hot breakfast. I feel like
I
most
don't
people
provide
do
that. Like Maisie makes her own breakfast, and it's always cold breakfast. It's either Pop-Tarts or cereal, and she gets it herself. I haven't made her eggs ever, not even one time.
And she'll never know that she's missing out because she just.
Well, no, she doesn't care. Like if I made it for her, she'd be like, "I don't care about this. I made cereal for myself."
Anyway,
who are you? You know, she'd say.
All right, let's take a break. Brendan can tell us what's going on in Central Florida and Bangalore, and then we'll be back.
I don't know if you noticed this, but it's been raining a lot, basically every afternoon.
Yeah, and the mosquitoes are out of control. Now, I'm going to suggest something that we should have done. We should have had our fireworks display in your backyard, because in your backyard there are no mosquitoes.
Yeah.
But I got to tell you, and please don't get mad at me, in the center of your cul-de-sac, all the mosquitoes they said, we can't do it at Tom's house, we're going to the cul-de-sac.
Yeah.
Because they're all there.
We don't
I should have brought my portable system.
I know.
Next time I will, and I'll hose it all down. We'll be good to go.
I've got a mosquito nick system in my backyard. It's next to my pool equipment. It's a big barrel with an electric motor that pumps all the mosquito repellent.
These tiny little high-pressure hoses, you can't even see them.
Yeah, they're all around my...
Damned if you don't know they're there.
My fence line, my roof line, they spray my backyard during peak mosquito hours. If you're like my wife and care about bees and all, they don't go off during bee foraging hours. They go off like at dusk and at 9 o'clock at night. And for whatever reason, I guess at 9 o'clock at night, that's when mosquitoes come out again.
We're standing in the cul-de-sac, and it was like, ding, and then the mosquitoes are like, all right, it's go time.
Also, it's all Wi-Fi operated now, where I got the mosquito app on my phone, the Mosquito Nix app, and then I could just mist my backyard before my kids go outside. They don't have to worry when they're playing the playground about mosquitoes anymore. If you live next to a retention pond or any standing water, you're going to have mosquitoes. I'm telling you, talk to Mosquito Nix. Tell them you're a Tom and Dan listener. You get a discount. It's the local Central Florida Mosquito Nix. So check them out online, mosquitonix.com.
Welcome back to a mediocre time. I was going to say a corporate time because now we're back with power. That was weird, right? How many years? Like 6-7 years of doing this in the new studio, and we've never lost power because...
For that long.
I have backup batteries in here that failed me. They failed me good.
They lasted for about a minute.
Yeah.
Or a minute and a half.
I got to get a drink. Keep talking.
Well, I'm going to have to save everything.
We almost, luckily, Daniel was like, just pull out the mobile equipment and record some while we're here. But weird. I don't know. They didn't say why that happened, right? No?
Nope.
No reports.
They won't tell you. They're like, oh, Frank hit the wrong button.
Is that true? Like, they won't tell you because, like, let's say there's like a... Because there are people, let's say there's like a locksmith store, and the guy was out there fixing something. I don't know why I picked locksmith. But he's out in the front of his store, like digging. Like let's say it's Tom working at the locksmith store, and he's digging, and he hits a wire, and the whole block goes down. If they're like, yeah, it was a locksmith guy, and then you drive up there, and you're like, fuck you, right? Like, that's why they don't want to tell you that. Yeah. Because there was a part of me that, like... When I would see like car accidents or when a power outage, I'd be like, or like when you're in traffic and you're like, car accident. I'm, well, I hope they're dead. Anybody else do that? Probably not, right? I don't do it anymore. I don't do it anymore. No, I don't. I don't do it. I'm saying I don't do it. But there was a time, I think, where like maybe I dabbled in the dark arts. Theo Vaughn.
So
Theo Vaughn.
The
he
text
always
alert
uses
didn't
the
say.
term dark arts.
If you text a number for all you see, and it will find out where you are, and it'll give you an update. And generally, it gives you a reason. But this one didn't give us a reason.
All right.
Yeah, so I don't know.
And
It's
it was
secret.
like at least the whole side of our street.
Yeah, EMP for sure.
So something.
I like that you went to EMP. You're like,
I like the nerd in you went
yeah.
EMP. I love that the nerd in you went straight to like
Under siege.
And then
I
you're
know
like-
all the planets are in alignment right now.
And then you said this with all seriousness. You're like, "Oh, my phone still works, so it's not that." I'm just like,
certainly not an EMP.
Look, he's trying to figure it out.
Well, I was like, "Well,
It was a faulty
hold
EMP
on.
alarm.
But it's not that because that's a crazy thought. That's a first
I
crazy.
thought a listener finally is coming to get us, and they cut the power in the phone
That's
lines.
another crazy thought. Is like it is what it usually statistically most likely is.
The chat
which
room
is,
seems to think that we were making fun of Juan and Moonjet and the fact that they didn't bring anything to the party and that they were cutting our wires.
I'm just fucking with them.
Delicious.
So, Brendan, tell us what's going on locally on Bungalore. Of course,
You
Brendan
cannot say bungalower.
Bungalore. It's my mom.
Bungalow.
Bungalore.
Yeah.
Bungalore.
It's like it's making you throw
No.
up.
Isn't it lower?
Lower.
Like
Lower,
like
yes.
lower down the basket?
Yes,
No,
I'm Bungalower. I can't say it.
He has a hard time with R's.
Yeah.
Bungalow.
His mouth stops working.
Bungalow.
Be in the bus on Fridays.
Don't say be in the bus. There's a bee in the bus. It's going to sting me good, baby.
I'm allergic.
Bungalower and the bus on Fridays.
Bungalow.
Yeah, lots happening, man. I'm trying to think of what we're talking about tonight. I guess the biggest story was the stampede at the 4th of July fireworks.
The July 4th stampede.
Our buddy
Yeah.
Dom from the Supervillains. He
was there, yeah.
and works at West End. He was there with his wife.
Yep.
His wife. And then he told us.
I hope it was his
Don't snitch.
The way you're saying
told me not to say
the way you said it, you're like, I think it was his wife.
Hey, I was there, but don't
it
say
was
it.
his wife, right?
I'm
Very
not
handsy.
joking.
Why would you say it like
I'm
that?
not sure. Well, because I get scared. That
No,
people,
but you did just say he was there with his wife and move on. You said he was there with his wife, and then you looked at me because he's going to text me. He don't text you, and then we're like, "How come you guys are saying I wasn't there with my wife?" And I'm like, "I don't know. I don't know."
Well, no, I'm worried that it was like his wife's gonna be like, "Who the fuck were you there?" Tom said you're there with your wife. Who was this mystery woman?
Because we did find out this week that people are snitching on what we say on the show to other people, i.e. Mike Smith. And
No,
the Fitz
dog.
Sanders.
Yeah, he was
oh
never
my
gonna-
God, because at the end of the show, you're like, "I didn't even want it." And I'm like, "Why would you say that?
Why would you say
Why
that?
would you
Because
say
that
that?"
was, anyway.
He's a sensitive guy like me.
He told us that it was nuts, and people. He brought people inside his house because he lives right next door to down.
And I said, "You're crazy. I'm not bringing people."
No,
in."
he
he was
hid
just like,
them
"You
in the
can come in
lobby.
there."
and-
No, I'm not hiding other people, man. I'm
Laundry
running for
rooms.
my door, and then I'm turning off the Ring doorbell.
Because I really thought it was an active shooter, and it turns out,
Yeah, it's cool.
allegedly,
terrifying.
it was just some weirdos setting off fireworks behind a crowd of people.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm making jokes because that stuff is scary, and anybody that was in that could have been like
you-
People got hurt.
At
Yeah.
the
really
point,
injured.
like when you see a group
Yeah.
of people running at you and they're
You
all
just
yelling
run.
gun
running,
or
yeah.
something, like
Yeah.
you're gonna run.
I
too.
remember being
100%.
caught in a like because crowds. I remember being caught earlier in my life in like a mosh pit scenario where I was
Oh,
getting
wow.
mushed.
Yeah.
And I
Oh, yeah.
remember how, like, because you reach a point where, like,
Lots
you
of
have
people die that way.
Well, you don't have any way. You don't
There's
have
no
you got
control.
Nothing.
You can't
And
get out.
You got nothing, and you're just being kind of moved around, and it's terrifying. It is really, really scary. It's as scary as drowning. It's just you're helpless.
It is drowning. It's drowning.
Yeah, drowning in
you
people.
suffocate yourself.
It-
And
there
or
are
if you're-
people getting
or if you're just-
trampled at the park.
The scary part is there were people just running and then just didn't know where to run. They were just running through bushes, like
Yeah.
just getting
I
scratched.
swear I heard in one of the videos we shared a lady say "leave the baby" and I need to go back.
Oh, my
None of them-
God.
Like it was crazy.
Yeah, you do find
Yeah, it
out
was
who's
crazy.
brave.
No,
in those.
it's
There was
it's
one
a joke
guy,
of the dad
one
leaves
guy
his
sitting
family.
in that blue chair, and he's just like, and there's hundreds of people running around him. He's just holding it.
I like
and
that
you know
guy.
he's
Keep it my
packing
spot.
heat somewhere. He's got a gun in his pocket. He's like,
Yeah.
I've been waiting for this my whole life.
I am a hero.
I'm not retreating on July 4th.
Until the mob runs you over and starts trampling you. So you're like, I should not have held my ground.
Now the worst thing.
I should move with the flow of traffic.
Now the worst thing you could do is if you grabbed your side and was like, "Ah, got me."
okay. Is there faking?
Yeah, if you start faking, you're like, "Oh!"
Well, we had somebody
to make fun of it, but
I
have
to.
We were there. We did the soccer game first. Me and Scotty, Scotty Campbell, my gay boyfriend.
Yes, you have a gay boyfriend.
Yeah, he's so gay.
What?
So we did the soccer game first. It was amazing. We lost, and then we hoofed it over.
Oh, that was a bad game.
Real quick. We were awful.
Yeah, awful.
Just awful.
We set a scoring record, but not good.
4-2,
5-3. Wasn't it? I think it was
it all was a blur.
Yeah, it was terrible.
Yeah, we were drinking a lot.
That's fine.
Yeah, we got more thirsty the more we lost.
Easier to be trampled when you're drunk.
And so we made it all the way downtown, and it was traffic was okay, but then we were supposed to hang out with our friends at Ford because they had a spot to watch the fireworks. We were going to give away. But we were not into it, so we started to leave a little early, right at the time that there was that stampede, and suddenly all the neighborhoods around, even on our bikes, it was almost impassable because everybody was leaving at once. There was 100,000 people, they say, at the park, and people were just freaking out because they thought it was an active shooter.
God, that's terrifying.
It seems like the more and more groups of people are going to panic like this because all it takes, if you think about it, is
we hear about it every day.
Yeah,
and a group mentality.
When there's shootings every day,
think about how
hard not to panic every day.
How people start the wave at sports games, right?
I've always wanted to start a wave.
It takes one person, then a group of that people, and then it starts.
But there's nothing worse than when it doesn't make it all the way around.
Failure.
That's disappointing.
This one didn't make it all the way around. It was just the half.
Yeah.
But it's the same mentality. So
snowballs.
You see a group running, you're turning around and running that way. You're what are you gonna be like? I gotta figure out what's going on in here. You're just
normally,
shit.
I think
your family. You're gonna be like, I'm getting the fuck out of here.
Well, now, but I think I used to be if you'd see a couple people running before, you would instantly go to shooter. Before I'd be I was a little curious and what the hell's going on, Yeah. Not that way now.
No. And you can see it there's a video that the city released from a security cam because there's security cameras all around the park. Although I think 3 of them work out of the 20. This one worked, and you can see.
Oh, they're doing the old just the shell of the camera.
Yeah,
put an LED on it.
Because somebody killed a bunch of ducks there once, and a couple of years ago.
Yeah,
they took out a stanchion and they killed ducks around the park.
Oh my god!
And they didn't get them on any of the cameras because none of the cameras were working.
The one time,
check the cameras for the duck murder.
Oh, we can't. Or that guy
buy new ducks. Then
he took a cooler and he was stealing swan babies. They didn't work for that either.
Well, the problem with that
babies
is that the person in charge of those cameras, he fixed them for the first 100 times, and it's just filming homeless people walk around.
Just filming some guy shitting,
and then
I'm shitting.
And then at one point he's like, "Oh shit, I was supposed to fix the cameras last week. I'll go fix them next week." And then you go fix them, and then at one point you just stop fixing them. And then
we're doing stuff with,
and then the swans happen. You're like, "Oh shit, I'm in trouble."
I wonder if that camera's working.
If we could probably get that footage because it's public domain, it'd be really funny to do a People of Lake Eola reality show, and it's just spliced together from the security.
But we do voices. We do voices for every character.
Yeah. So hey, what are you doing over there?
I'm just taking a shit. I'm shitting on your house.
What else?
Don't laugh.
No, I thought it was great. I'm writing it down.
I can do better than that if we have actual footage. I promise you.
All right, done. It's gonna happen.
All right, I'll voice
so
all the big thing. I'll be all the homeless people. I'll do all the voices for them.
But it's also it kind of compounds this problem, this perception that downtown isn't safe right now too, and that's something that the city
is that a
CRA
thing?
Is really. Oh yeah, because there's shootings all the time downtown. Well, not all the time, but on a regular basis. That it's enough that people are I don't want to go downtown.
I wonder if, how would you combat this problem or this fear? Because think about all the crowded outdoor festivals and what happened at, is it Astro World, where, people die like this all the time. You get crushed and trampled and die. And
there's been other concerts after that, too, where a speaker is blown and people think it's a shooter and explosive, and then they've all been trampled.
And then so now
it is scary. I do get nervous now going to outside concerts
because as a promoter, now I bet your insurance company is going to be you're going to have to get extra insurance just in case the crowd you have starts panicking and tramples people, or because like in a normal scenario, the insurance company's like, all right, what's the probability of someone dying at this concert? Like you got heat exhaustion, you got overdose, you got like the
UFOs,
standards.
Yeah, like weird.
But now getting trampled because someone screams shooter or they hear something and then the panic starts and stuff, that seemingly is way higher than it was before. And then now it's like, are you going to be able to have a certain amount of group of people together? Are you always going to
stopping them? Like they're putting out this. The CRA has this new grant program right now where if you want to have, if you have an event with under, I think it's like 5,000 people, you can get $10,000 from the CRA to have your event downtown. But if it's over a certain amount, you can get up to $50,000 because they're trying to incentivize more people to do large scale events downtown, which is a little bit weird because they're also putting in these things about like
noise ordinances
and no outdoor speakers, and they're like Wall Street.
What are we going to do?
It's like we want you to bring a lot of people, but
and
they have to
nothing.
be really quiet.
It's like we like money, but not fun.
Right?
That's you. That's how I figured it out. Because I was like, all
we
the
didn't
money.
Plan that. I promise you that Sam and I didn't have a button. No. All right, you ready to do the flash mob, Sam?
I'm like, these politicians are brilliant. All the money, no fun. That's the way to live. You just have a bunch of people quietly go and give you money.
It's hard. There's an anxiety with everybody too about going into large crowds and going downtown, and so I don't. I
only get it when we
now
talk
it's less
about
the shooter and more about the getting trampled because people are panicked, because that is probably more statistically likely than the shooter.
I'd rather be shot than trampled.
But because it's everywhere,
So I'm trying to make fun of it because it's so sad and crazy.
It's my fault.
And then people get mad at me because they're like, "You're insensitive." I'm like, "No, I'm too sensitive." That's what you don't understand is I deflect. I'm too sensitive. We start talking about this shit, and I get sad.
Okay, it's my fault. I brought it as
no, it's fine.
No.
You're good. You're fine.
I'm definitely going to be an old man telling my sons, back in our day, we used to have stand in a field with everybody.
You put a girl on your shoulder, she'd show her titties.
We'd be nut to butt.
And there'd be boys with long hair playing rock music on the stage, and the cameraman would zero in on your mother. I'd have her on my shoulders, and she'd be juggling a titty up and down. They were painted.
That's how you were made in a field.
Her chest had airbrush. It said Boner Garage. And she was flapping her flapjacks up and down pundulously.
And they'd pack us in there, and the Hell's Angels was security. Anyway, next story.
Okay, Art Sandwich Shop turning 50 years old this weekend. Very exciting.
I got a little confession to make. I had to text John Busdecker to remind him of the 50th anniversary. I said, "Hey, that sandwich shop that you did a piece on back in the day when you were doing your dumb little videos, it's turning 50 today." And he's like, "Oh, I should do something." So he put out like a nice thing. That was me.
He loves them. He loves them.
I heard their sandwiches are great.
Is Art still there?
They are. Yeah, for 50 years they've been there. They've been
is
not Art. No.
Art. No. But the people, his descendants. I think it was his kids.
Son of Art.
Is his name Art?
I couldn't tell you. I think it's Bart.
I want it to be Art. I wanted to own her.
Giovanni.
Not as good to me.
Okay. I don't know why I went Giovanni.
It was good. I like
if you own Cactus Bombs, your name has to be Bomb.
I'm the manager. Hi, my name is Raheem. That was his name, by the way. It was Raheem.
Yeah. And
How do I remember that?
It doesn't matter.
And you called him Cactus Kareem.
I just want the people that work at Jersey Mike's to be named Mike. I just want it to
stupid.
Yes, exactly. It's a stupid thing, but it makes it better if it's Art Sandwich Shop and the guy's standing there.
I'm Barry.
And he's like, "My name's Art." I'm like, "Yes, this is me."
I'm in the right spot.
Yeah. Anyway, sorry.
Those sandwiches, they put out like the cheesesteaks.
That's what they're known for is the cheesesteaks.
And then they put the banana peppers on the top. It looks really good, and it's the chopped up.
They shaved a couple quarters off of it. You know, I'm sure the ROI on cheesesteaks is not high, so it's not like you're getting a twofer or anything there this weekend. But it's a little bit cheaper for a cheesesteak this weekend.
But just go and pay full price and celebrate the fact that they've been local for 50 years.
And everybody talks about
they should not be giving us a break on price.
I agree. We're just there to support. Yeah. Go support a local business. I think we kind of want to do like a carrot mob or a cash mob. Have you heard of those? Everybody brings like $10 and the whole mission is to spend the $10 $10.
I've never heard of this.
I'm not doing
It's
that.
some sort of fun I've never heard of.
It's like a hippie thing. It's actually from the 60s. It's based off carrot mobbing, where people would go in and help people harvest their crops, but then they changed it to cash mobs, and it's everybody comes with $20, $10, and your mission is to spend that
Let's do a
money
Tom and Dan cash
at a
mob. Come to
local
our
business.
tent and spend their full 20 with Eric.
Oh, yeah,
Make
yeah,
us
quiet.
rich.
Everyone
I like
that
this.
fun? Yeah.
Come with your money and buy stuff from us.
Until you're out of money. This is brilliant.
Yeah, let's do this at a cafe.
You can't do it for yourself. You got to do it for other people.
What?
You do it for me, I'll do it for you. And then we'll switch. We'll give each other the money.
Oh, you know what we got to do? We have to put out there, like, all right, our merch. We're selling our merch for less because of economic times.
Oh,
gas
do the
prices.
Steve White.
Yeah,
Do the
do Steve
Porky.
White. And then the news starts. You get
We'll be on Fox and Friends.
$300,000
Yeah.
of publicity.
Anyway. Is coming there. He's like, these two patriots lowered their prices. We're like, we're goddamn right we did. Is that what you want? I can do that.
Yeah.
I can do that.
Write that down, Sam.
Yeah, okay.
We
Lower
got
prices to get news media.
Have you got
I like lower prices to get meat.
By the way, Steve White did not do that on purpose, by the way, because I just have to preface that because I know Steve is the nicest man in the world, and but I thought it was funny. Like I was going to call me like great business move.
No, he just did it because he's nice.
No, I know, 100%.
Yeah,
We're
it's
just fucking
authentic.
around. Anyway,
But you know
Ours
he's
not
counting his dollars. Yeah.
no, it works, but if the reason we did it is legitimate, and it happened to
Man,
work.
here's the thing
well
about
for him.
Steve that you'd have to know is that guy would have to like literally. He's given us so much free stuff over the years.
Yeah.
We'd be paying him back until we die.
Yeah. He's given more free than I've ever
To
seen.
charity,
Yeah.
to
He
events,
just did a
any
huge
real
charity.
radio event we did, any
It's
Tom and
a great
Dan
guy.
event.
Nicest guy in the world.
Yeah, he really
But
is.
It was awesome marketing that he got. Anyway, so that's all it's about. I think every day I'm like, how can we do something that the news media says, like, look at Tom and Dan do this, and we're like, yeah, and then get you publicity.
I like that.
Yeah.
I hear what you're saying.
But it's hard to
Don't
come
write
up
a
with-
book. That doesn't work.
It's gotta be for dumb people.
Don't do a documentary either.
No.
Nobody cares about books or documentaries.
No.
But if you get on TikTok and pretend to be your grandma, you do a funny dance.
Yeah.
Did you see that TikTok of the guy that came down here on vacation and rode the sunrail? No, we just shared it on Bungalow. His name's Jadeo or Jed. He's so funny. He's stoic. I don't know if he's autistic. He's on the spectrum or something.
Okay.
But very straight delivery. He's very excited to get on Sunrail, and he takes it to Advent Health because he read the write-up in Playground Magazine saying that it's the center of culture in Orlando. And he gets off and he's like, oh, it's a hospital. This is so boring. And he walks around, and the write-up says to go to Orlando Science Center, so he makes his way walking over from Advent Health to the Science Center, sweaty. And he was like, I just kind of went in for the photo op and left because it's just me as an adult and a bunch of kids, and I felt weird, so I left.
Yeah.
It's so funny.
I'll check that out.
Yeah, go check that out.
Our mass transit system is horrible.
Oh, we don't have one.
No one, like,
It's
once
not that bad. We took it.
Brendan, to where can you go?
You can't go anywhere.
Winter Park.
It's closed
Go
at
to Winter
night.
Park.
It's closed on the weekends.
Yeah. You can go to Winter Park, but that's me and my wife, every year for Christmas, she's like, let's do the annual Christmas Winter Park Sunrail ride. We go to
What? That's a thing?
Yes, we
How come we've never heard of this?
To go look at the
because
tree.
it's embarrassing.
You guys have so many embarrassing traditions.
And we get it, we ride
I want to do this.
the
with you guys.
Sunrail, and the kids
Do you wear Santa hats?
No, I bet my
Yeah,
wife does. And
Santa
then-
underwear.
And then we go to Winter Park, and the kids run around in the field, look at some lights or whatever. And then I do say, "Aren't you too old for this?" Like my sons, I'm like, "You're running in a
Do
field."
they like it?
Like we took a train to a field. Like,
Isn't that what cowboys used to do? Because there was nothing to do.
Is this the one when they have the light up, like the
Yeah,
things, the
yeah.
stained glass windows are lit up? Or
No,
is
well,
that-
it's when they just have all the Christmas lights in
Yeah.
the big field. Like, we don't even go for the lighting of the Christmas tree because Chris was like, too many people that get COVID.
Can't go to that. Too many people. Get COVID. Get trampled. Active shooter.
Anyway,
We're going to ride the Sunrail with Santa hats.
But then
Why do you hate your kids so much? You want them to get trampled?
But like, where else are you gonna go? Like this, the next stop stop John Young Parkway. What the fuck is it? I'm gonna get out of John Young Parkway.
We can
Go
get
to
off
33rd Street.
Oh, boys, let's get off here and look. There's a Rocco English billboard. Wow.
But they have
look, a Rocco English billboard.
You can go to the zoo. They have the choo-choo to the zoo service now. You can go to Sanford and go to the zoo.
Well, how,
and then ride their mini train.
Yeah, their little trolley.
How close does it let you off?
Right into the lion cage. Right off. You get right in there.
Does it let you off downtown Sanford?
No, it lets you off just outside of downtown. You
at the
hop on a
biker
trolley,
bars?
then you take the trolley.
Okay, outside of the zoo.
That zoo is far as shit, Brendan. The zoo is
it lets you out.
It's around the lake.
Okay,
like near the boat ramp.
By the zoo, there's a biker bars. It lets you off near the biker bars. A bunch of old ladies, saggy titties, and bikers hanging out.
I want to get out of the train and then see where I'm going. See like the location. I'm like just walk right into
it. Trolley, do the trolley ride, and then go feed a giraffe.
But then you're waiting for the trolley.
With your butt?
I fed a giraffe at the Sanford Zoo. That giraffe had to stop smoking to eat the leaf I had in it.
I can just see oh, yay.
He's like, hey, there's humans here. Put your butt out. Yeah, all right.
What you got, Romaine? All right.
Those are tough-ass Sanford giraffes.
DeLand? We did the DeLand thing where you could go biking on trails over at DeLand?
Yeah, of course you can. There's nothing there.
You can bike anywhere.
It stinks.
Or DeBerry.
A million square foot of woods.
Go hiking.
Hey, you can walk in there, you can bike in there, you can do whatever you want.
You can die in there.
Choose your own adventure.
Does it let you out in because downtown DeLand is super nice.
It was DeBerry. I made a mistake.
DeBerry. You got that mixed up?
I did.
Oh my God. DeBerry is nothing but car washes and diners.
Then the post, it's such a small
Swampy's
town.
Grill.
The post office are like, that's Main Street, USA. The post office and a diner.
And a swimming hole you can't swim in anymore. It was really, they had a cute little spring there, but you can't swim there anymore.
Why not? Why can't you swim there?
Bacteria.
They're always saying that. I don't even know what that means. We got bacteria because we don't even run an air filter in our AC.
I wish I had known that before I came.
You know the best part about not running a filter in your AC? You never have to replace it. Why do you even need that?
Also, DeBerry, you're just a little bit better than Deltona. Don't say that.
Some would say that you might even be Deltona and not even know it.
Yeah.
I think DeBerry is Deltona. They don't even know that they've been consumed.
Named after a Deltona rapper. Yeah. A lot of people don't know that. All right. Next story.
It's not true.
Yeah, that's true.
That's why we don't know it. Did you see that Airbnb's giving out money? And I almost didn't want to tell you about this in case you got mad because you kind of missed out.
No, we could stop ours and start it again.
Okay.
To take advantage of a loophole.
They have it's that OMG collection of like weird Airbnbs, like things that are shaped like UFOs or yurts.
A potato.
There is that.
There is, I know.
Yeah. Did you read it?
Or like that boat.
No, I haven't read it yet.
Like that houseboat in Sanford.
I'm just familiar with the potato.
Yeah, they have tree house. There's a lot of stuff like this going on. Like the tiny house, something weird.
They do really well for Airbnb, right? So they have a fund now. It's called the OMG Fund, and it's $10 million they're going to give out to like a few homes to help fund these new weird homes to be built. And it could be anything you want, anything your weird mind dreams up. They want to build it.
Now, that sounds like a lot of money, but
it'll go quick.
Yeah.
If you're building something from scratch. But what we're talking about is like a studio, like apartment that's in the shape of a potato. Like it wouldn't be, it doesn't have, like you're not building a 2-2 bungalow.
You're right, yeah. You're building a tree house or some sort of
a grain silo into a
what about
You're right, yeah.
What about a jumbo dog house?
Excellent.
Where it looks like a dog house,
I like that idea.
but you sleep like it's got a big dish.
But you got to turn it up a little bit because it's like, how are you going to get that $1 million?
You shit outside. You pee outside.
Oh, I got the perfect thing. So
you chain yourself up.
Yeah, you chain yourself up. People abuse you and leave you outside in the sun.
Have you seen those puppies? Have you met the people that dress up like puppies?
The furry type people?
No, it's like leather instead of like.
Oh no!
Oh yeah,
I have not.
They don't talk. They just go like if you see them at the bar.
How do they communicate what they want to happen or not to happen?
They bark and point and stuff.
So you could poke their ass a couple times, and then you have to figure out what their language is.
But they might try to smell your butt.
Or will they bite you?
So
maybe.
Do you guys?
I like that. I like that Tom's trying to push past
I was like, force your way through the puppy talk.
Back to potato.
Now you know.
Have you seen? I saw this on TikTok or social media where there are people that know when like they're tapped into like government auctions, and then like counties and state governments and county whatever, they'll auction off stuff.
I want a Crown Vic.
I'm on an auction list. You can get for
I'm
like
talking
Altamont Springs and stuff.
And they'll do.
I want a Crown Vic and night vision goggles.
Besides from things, they'll do property and like so some guy bought a water tower for like $800 or something like that.
I saw
this.
Remember? So
those fire stations up on the stilts. You can get those in national parks.
And then like certain small parcels of land that the county use, and they'll auction it off, and you can get it for cheaper. Like, I own this square like for $11. But so imagine an Airbnb in a water tower.
Yeah, awesome.
Follow me here. So you buy the water tower. You have to, you'll put a cage.
You need a lot of insurance on that thing.
Put in some windows.
You
imagine coming home drunk from Weston and you got to climb up a fucking water tower.
That'd be awesome. Well, you'd go through the stairs. You'd have to make some. It couldn't be an exterior ladder. That'd be too dangerous. But it's no different than
money for stairs.
It's no different than like a lighthouse, right?
Put in an elevator.
It's kind of like a lighthouse.
An elevator? No,
expensive.
it's insane. Expensive. Yeah,
get $1 million.
I tell you, like,
hey, a pulley system. Can we get a pulley?
You're gonna have to put a Chungus bucket in there.
Spotlight up on the top and a bed right in the middle, and the rest is just empty.
It's got the cage.
Makes it look like you're being videoed.
Yeah,
like a science experiment or something.
It is a straight ladder, like 150 feet, but it's got the cage around it. So if you fall, you'll just be ricocheting back and forth.
You just bounce your legs broken.
I mean, I don't think you'd fall because you stick your arms out.
Your groin will hook and it will neuter you.
What
is happening? You'll be hanging by your groin. You'll be
your limbs will get caught up in the cage. But I mean, I don't think you'll fall to your death. You'll live.
You'll live. But it's like the ski lift at Blizzard Beach. My daughter, she'll live when she flies, when she slips off. But she'll be paralyzed good.
But imagine you just like a bed and a couch and a living room.
It's got to be a waterbed though.
And you can do projections on the side of the
crazy ones though. Like Clockwork Orange type shit. Like
I wonder how hot those things get.
Yeah, because how are you going to air condition that thing?
At night they're quite pleasant.
On the top.
Bake.
One fan. With ceiling.
Just get a split in there. It'll be fine.
Yeah, one mini split.
Yeah, a mini split will be fine.
You put some carpet or whatever. Who is anybody you've ever known been inside a water tower? No. I've never even heard of anybody I've met. Like, I've been inside of the Altamont water tower.
I've never even climbed to the top of one. I've been to one, but that's about it.
You're right, because that was a big thing in like 70s. The whole
you climb a water tower and get a blowjob.
Blowjob.
What, are you going to have to helicopter in the furniture? How are you going to get everything in there?
You got to cut a hole.
You have to 1-800-HUNKS.
You're gonna carry it up the stairs.
You pull it up through the hole in the bottom. There's you get a pulley system to get it.
We get a pulley system for the furniture.
Okay, what you would
IKEA flat pack.
Yeah, you keep it flat packed, and you'd like pulley system all the furniture up there, and you'd build it inside there. Oh, it's a ton of work.
Yeah. I like work, so I think I can do this.
I'm out.
The budget to pay
all the work we did to the Air T&D in Sanford. This.
You know what? I would rather after the Air T&D. I'd rather be trampled than do this again.
How many repairs are you going to fix this weekend?
Your pillows at the Air T&D, amazing.
Thank you.
The ones you slept on. I thought you were talking about our decorative pillows.
Very cute, the decorative ones. But the sleepy pillows.
Yeah. The hyper gel.
Yeah. Is that what they are?
Hyper cooling gel.
I need you to write it down for me before I go.
It's next to the bed, Brendan, it says like take a picture or text Tom and Dan. You got the number, right?
But I thought that was just for the
put
bed.
It back in the
Where'd you put it?
But that's just for the mattress. That's not for the.
No.
It's everything.
Everything is
mattress frame. Pillows.
It's all Maloof brand.
Well, I'm dumb.
And
that's fine.
321-521-2327. If you text Tom and Dan bed to that, it'll give you all the information for every.
That's happening.
Even the sheets and all that stuff.
Yeah, everything. What do you want?
That's wonderful.
That's premium bamboo, buddy.
Pillows.
Yeah.
I want.
You sleep naked?
Yeah,
me too.
I didn't believe in that that cooling technology.
I just had to look your guest straight in the face when I said yes.
I don't know. And I looked at your crotch when I said that, which is like, what the hell are we doing?
We know.
Any more stories, Brendan?
Yeah, he's got plenty. What the fuck's wrong with you?
Gatorland. Do you know what a capybara is?
Oh yeah, capybara. That's that martial arts where you
That's
do
capoeira.
you do
Dance fighting.
You do the spinning and they play the drums.
Well, now I want capoeira capybaras. That's the Brazilian
capybara. There's dippable tacos.
No, that's birria.
I'm close. I'm hitting all around.
I like everything you're saying.
I'm back and forth between a weird-looking mammal animal.
It's a mini bear, right?
It's like a beaver without a tail. It's
Whoa,
the world's
that's my
largest rodent.
Come on,
flat ass.
Yeah.
So
two legs button up against each other.
People eat these things, right? Like
I don't think so.
No,
I think they're like the friendliest animals. You'll see if your algorithm's right on TikTok, you'll see capybara just hanging out at zoos, and all of the animals in the animal kingdom love capybara. They don't mess.
He's
with
the
them.
most popular
They
guy.
Sit on them. It's like this very chill, the dude looking hamster, but it's like bigger than your dog.
Can you have him as a pet?
No, they're exotic. You don't want to do that.
Yeah,
There's some of them
have exotic pets. That's the one thing we haven't been able to do as a podcast that I think
an exotic pet.
Well, it would. I feel like it would cement us as being successful if we had like a white tiger.
Yes.
Or if we had like an eagle.
Why is it gotta be white?
A falcon.
I don't think those are
there
hard
black
to get.
tigers? I've never heard of black tigers, but I would have one if they were cooler than white tigers.
Getting big cats is hard nowadays.
What about an eagle or a falcon?
Yeah, the falcon you can get.
What's that
I can catch one in my neighborhood.
What's that little bear that you see under a microscope? The little
water bear.
Yeah, water bear.
Tardigrade. That's what they are, water bears.
Yeah.
I love them.
We need one of those.
How does it live in space?
They dehydrate. They dehydrate until they're just like a husk of themselves, and then as soon as they land and they're around water, they just inflate again like a sponge, and they come back to life.
And they're happy.
That is supernatural.
Do we know that they're happy, or we projected that personality
I'm
onto
assuming
them?
they're happy.
Well, they look happy, but I think that's a projection.
Because they're fat and have lots of legs.
Yeah, they look fun.
Figure out how they do that, right? Because it's still like a mystery, right? Like
that's how we could travel to Mars without having to do anything. It's like the laziest form of space
We need
travel.
a snake or something in here. We need something.
No, you
Those
don't.
fish are not cutting it anymore.
Yeah,
I'm pulling the tank out of here this week. I'm just going to push it out the door.
Oh, get some shrimp or something.
Yeah, we have
used
shrimp
to.
in there.
We need some
They would eat all our
crab.
fish, though.
Yeah, they were dickheads.
Fill it with monkey. What are they?
Let's
sea
fill it with
monkeys.
real monkeys. No. Let's put 2 monkeys in our
Let's get some
fish tank.
seahorse.
Herpy monkeys from
It's trying to
Silver
get out.
Springs.
Yeah.
They're like biting at the mesh at the top.
Yeah.
We're like, get back in the water.
Blow some smoke in there to calm it down. All right.
They're like
Chill it out.
bees.
Chill it out.
Bees.
Drop a Snickers in there.
That were good kids.
My God, it's gone crazy. Put some Snyder's of Hanover. It likes the sour cream and onion. The pretzel pieces. Put the pretzel pieces in there.
Don't look
Calm
it in the face. Don't
That
look
shit
it
likes
in the
carbs. Don't give it any meat.
We're like, oh, dead. They're like, oh, can't flush it down the toilet.
We learned that with the last one. Yeah, capybaras. You can go see the capybaras at Gatorland, apparently, and hang out with them.
I thought, well, hold on. Is it Gatorland or is it Capybara Land?
They have other animals.
They shouldn't.
But they should be.
Because it's called Gatorland.
But it should be gator adjacent. Like snakes, I'm fine with. All reptiles.
Yeah.
But
Crocodile, I'll give you that.
You don't think they should have mammals?
They have an albino raccoon.
No.
albino raccoons, that's fine. Because
you think so?
Because it's an oddity. Like
Okay.
you can have oddities like albino, anything else, but a regular capybara, I feel like it's
what if it's a capybara that does capoeira while eating burrito tacos?
Okay, we can do something.
What about a shark? Is that gator adjacent because it's known as a scary animal?
The gators of the ocean.
Yeah, they are the gators of the ocean. Ocean gators.
That might be a crocodile, actually.
I'll accept the shark. Surprisingly enough,
I thought you would.
Yeah.
That girl just got bit by. Well, she was scalloping. She got bit by a shark.
No, really?
Yeah, over on
they had
the
to
coast.
amputate her leg.
Yeah.
Oh, no way. Andrea's dad just got back from scalloping with her stepmom.
Yeah, dangerous.
And they were like they were scalloping for days.
And that's an anomaly. People scallop all the time. Like, I wonder if it was like, what kind of
The way
shark
she
was
was
it?
dressed?
A bull
I know a
shark?
bull
or
shark.
something?
You know what? If I had a family member that went scalloping and they got nipped, I'm not saying losing a limb. I'm just saying nipped. I would be jealous because they would get all the sympathy.
I would. I want to get nipped by a shark.
Yeah, I would too.
Just so I can tell
me
people.
too.
And like, oh, what's that? I bit by a
This
shark.
is why we're in business together because people were like, "You're both crazy," and we're like, "Well, you know what? Fuck you. Yes, we are, and we both want to get bitten by sharks to get a little bit of sympathy."
Do people get tattoos that make it look like a shark bite?
I wouldn't.
I'm sure someone has.
I wouldn't.
That's
do
stolen
that.
valor.
No,
You can't
I
do
wouldn't
that.
do
It
that.
says that a family member had to beat the shark to make it let go of the
I
ground.
beat the shark
That's
this
they
morning.
wanted that girl bad.
What kind of shark was it?
They don't know. It says unknown type of shark, but it was around 9 feet long.
Well,
9
that's got to
feet.
be like a bull shark, right?
Yeah,
like
they
a-
hate people.
I mean,
Like,
I don't know
it's not
anything
a-
about sharks other than I dove with them one time.
What's weird is, like, there's black tip reef sharks that we dove with, but
Yeah.
they're around reefs and
And they
stuff
don't
like
care.
that.
They
The
don't
nurse
care.
sharks and stuff, but like
honey badgers.
the ones that always bite the surfers out, Cocoa Beach and New Smyrna and whatever. Those what kind of sharks are
Bull
those?
sharks?
Well, I think bull shark is the real.
Well, bull sharks go up in the rivers too, right?
I think they can. They can
Yeah.
go in brackish water and stuff. Like, obviously we don't have great whites here, but in California you have to
Yeah,
worry
I'm in
about that.
Florida.
But they're never really bothering people. Like it's not like the great whites you see, killing people or biting people or
Right.
even getting near people. And like,
Well, that was happening last week
California.
outside of Peru.
yeah.
They had people in the water, and it was like back-to-back fatalities with great whites.
Yeah.
Super sad.
Less fish for them to eat.
Yeah, they put that shit on Reddit. Don't put those videos, man, where you just see blood in the water. What the fuck's wrong with you? Why are you putting that on the internet? It's sad and gross.
Should we say some nice things? now?
Yeah.
Sure.
Anything else, Brendan?
Do you want some events?
Yes,
Over the weekend?
I like
Is
to.
that
I like it when you give us events and then Tom and I shit on the event. This is my favorite thing.
all right, I got some.
We should make this part of his bit
Okay.
because now we have some regularity of you coming in where you give us the event and Tom and I will tell people why not to do it.
This is today, right? Can I talk about stuff tonight or tomorrow?
Yeah. We
fine.
don't care.
Okay, there's time travel with shows sometimes. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Most people won't hear it.
Yeah.
Or it'll be like, this happened 2 days ago.
There's a traveling, it's like a Harry Potter inspired cocktail experience, but it's adjacent because they don't want to get sued. So it's called the Boozy Cauldron Tavern. And it goes all over the country. They're taking over the Abbey this weekend. And I know it launches tonight. I think it's tomorrow too.
Are you encouraged to dress and bring wand?
Yeah, and then there people talk to you like they're wizards.
Huff and puff and
Yeah.
It's like
55
role playing.
bucks a kid.
snazzle dazz and
So
It's like
Snake,
LARPing with drinks.
Slytherin, Snape, and what are they all named?
That happened to me once.
Harry Potter in
I
the
let a guy
case
do that
of
to me.
the case of the Alakazam, Bazabadab, whatever, all that garbage.
Yeah.
So it's a traveling themed bar that they put up or decorate and then like do this event.
Yeah, it's like an immersive wizarding cocktail experience called the Boozy Cauldron Tavern, a magical cocktail experience.
Okay.
How much do they decorate the Abbey?
I don't know.
I hope
But it
it's
looks
I hope
a
it's
little-
one plastic cauldron.
I know, yeah. Because
I would be like, this fucking rules. I'd be like, thank you for
Yeah.
giving it
And a bunch of
1%.
nerds and
and then,
pointy hats.
and then it's like, what else do you want? You want a broom? I'll fine.
Yeah,
I'll give you
I'll
one
fucking
broom.
give you a broom.
It made me think. Did you see? We visited this MMA group that gets in full plate armor. Have you seen that?
Oh, the guys in town.
Oh,
Yeah, no, we
yeah,
have their
yeah.
sticker on
The
their door.
fire
They came in here. One of the guys really annoying.
Come on.
No, he
I think they
was.
listen.
He was.
I
That's
love
fine.
him.
He knows.
I don't think he does it. I don't think he does though.
Well, what is he going to do? Chop my ankles?
Every time a really annoying person is talking to me or around, I'm like, that person definitely doesn't know they're that annoying because they would stop
He's
talking.
talking about me.
No.
They're just excited to be around you guys. You're big stars.
No.
Stop.
No, I like that when they go to like you're talented. You got me through a rough time. I'm like, yes, I did. but if they're
They
talking,
call me Dr. Rough Time.
but if they're talking about themselves and their political beliefs, I'm not
No,
interested.
here's my Venmo. Yeah.
And my wife just left me. And oh, my God. Here it comes.
She should have done that before.
No.
Bless her patience. Bastille Bash is taking place in Audubon Park, so just up the street.
Oh,
from you
it
guys
is
here.
Bastille. I don't know what that is.
It's like storming the Bastille.
Is this a
annual
French thing?
French-inspired party over at Audubon Park.
Is it to
All of those
commemorate Bastille Day?
Yes.
What is look up Bastille Day?
So when they stormed the Bastille and someone,
my Uncle Randy's going to show up. He's like, I heard about storming. We're doing some storming.
I got on my water buffalo hat. You know what? My wife Bastille's my heart. I love you, baby.
So what? Is there any sort of reenactments?
Yeah, kind of. There's a market. You can do wine and cheese pairings. There's a roving Maria Antoinette just sweating her way through the day at Audubon Park. You can take pictures with her on your wig.
Cool.
You can sign up for a 4-course Bordeaux tasting wine.
That's
tasting
a wine
dinner.
deal. Yeah.
There's a baguette fencing thing that happens all at Audubon Park by like Park Ave CDs.
Fencing?
Yeah, with baguettes. And if it breaks, you're out.
That's cool.
Brendan.
Wes Anderson French Dispatch screening and a burlesque show.
Brendan, let me ask you this. Have you been to a fancy wine tasting?
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
what do you think? He's not?
No. I'm just
fancy?
because I'm asking because just if you haven't, then maybe you wouldn't have ever seen this. But on TikTok I saw Post Malone at some sort of fancy restaurant, and he had
That's the juxtaposition I need in my life.
he had like a glass of wine. They poured.
Are you sure it wasn't Olive Garden? Because he's obsessed with Olive Garden.
Yeah, he loves Olive Garden.
It could have been a joke, but it didn't look like an Olive Garden. But he drinks, he sips the wine, but he does that. He does this whole first he swirls it and then he's sipping it and do this.
Smell the bouquet. Yes.
So then I'm
lovely. Fruity.
It's a dichotomy.
Fruity up front.
Because I'm like,
very dry finish.
You are stinking rich. So maybe you do know super fancy wine, but you...
No, he don't.
Post Malone.
He's a Bud Light guy. He says it.
Yeah,
I know.
Bud Light.
He loves Bud Light,
Yeah.
which is one of the reasons why I like Post Malone.
And
he's just Post Malone.
And you look like Post Malone. I'm like, do you...
He also drinks red wine with a straw.
Yeah, he's just a guy.
Yeah.
He's just like, I am who I am,
But
whatever.
he was obviously, I mean, he put this out on his own social media, so he was obviously showing people, like, I know the thing, I know the mouth thing, I know the swirl.
Maybe he's just fucking around.
Right.
It could be that. I don't know.
Is there a question in there somewhere?
You don't know Mr. Malone's sense of humor?
My question is, I've been to like a wine tasting or that kind of thing, or that
bragging again,
and I pretend like I'm doing what Post Malone is doing. That's like
because you care what people think.
Well,
yes.
Well, because I don't want to be like chugging the wine, like
drink it out of your shoe.
Well, don't do that either.
Yeah. So I'm like,
it's a happy medium there.
Scotty hates it. He thinks it's all made up.
Because I'm like, I don't.
He's like,
swirling and tasting. I'm like, it all tastes like wine.
What do you mean? It smells like grapes.
I mean, there is some truth
I
to
can't
what
tell.
Scotty's saying, because a lot of that, I believe, is the tradition of wine. I don't necessarily think you need to do all of those steps to taste it and be like, I know what this wine tastes like.
It's just about if it helps you enjoy it more, you know? Like if it helps you take a minute and like try to smell it and hey, what does this smell like? Maybe there's some other notes in here that could make it more enjoyable through that process. Cool. If you'd rather just slam it back and not think about it, even better. Do whatever you need to do.
But they think you're a vulgarian if you do that.
So
this guy doesn't deserve to be.
Well,
He's not doing the swirl.
Why do you care?
You would think that
you
people
paid
are
to be
judging
there.
you. You would think that people are judging you if you just took it and they filled it up and you just slammed it back and go, give me one more shot there, Kevin. You think
be like, this is that. Someone brought a white trash.
That's the nature of the event you're at too, because it's like, those events are meant for you to slow down and be, immerse yourself in that experience. That's why they have it paired with a certain cheese.
I hate pears. I hate immerse. I just slam.
Smell the wine
and then slam.
And like smells good. They're like, I don't know though. I can't tell you.
Your buddies at Rock Pit, they do the cheesecake and beer pairings, and it's the same kind of an impulse.
Because I like sweets, I like getting fucked up.
I've never tasted a bad beer, a bad wine. I've never tasted something and been like, oh, it's always been like, okay.
I mean, like even a skunky beer. This is why we're in business. Even a skunky beer, I'll taste it. I'll be like, well, that's skunky, but gotta get fucked up. I drink it. I was just like, whatever.
Did you have that mashed potato beer that the Hourglass Brewery guys came up with? I think they still have boxes of it somewhere, but
they still have it on tap.
Mashed potato
Last time we
beer.
were there, they did.
Mashed potato beer.
Yeah.
I gotta try that.
They made a beer of Norm's body style.
He doesn't deserve it.
All right, one last story.
Two last stories.
I think this might be the right
1.5.
There's a Do you know Hanks? Have we talked about Hanks on this show before?
No, what's Hanks?
It's secret. It's a secret gay speakeasy. So I don't know.
Oh, dude, you and I need to go to Hanks.
Yeah.
No, I don't think
Me and Lando.
you shouldn't go to Hanks.
Oh, is it a place you go to hook up?
Yeah.
Because we love, okay,
You
I've said this
shouldn't go
before,
there.
and I think I've told you this before, but Tom and I used to go hide at Stonewall Bar.
Oh.
Because before Orlando City, there was the only place we could go, and we'd go to that back patio bar and just crush Bud Lights.
And they're cheap. Like, they free pour. Those liquor at Stonewall.
And the bartenders are so awesome. They're great. I love that bar, but that was our secret hideaway, and we need a new one.
This is different. So this is
This is more advanced.
This is on Edgewater, like North Edgewater, kind of near like George's. What is it? George's Hideaway. Yeah. So near there. It's
or the Tavern, George's Tavern. Is that what it's called?
I can't remember. It's George's. I think it's George's.
So this is Hanks, and it's a secret gay speakeasy.
Kind of. They're having their 35th anniversary there. That's the only reason I bring it up.
Well done, Hanks.
But they've converted their back patio. It's like a labyrinth where people just go and like get handies and BJs. Like
hold on. There's a
there's a blowjob labyrinth.
There's a
My God, just call me David Bowie because
And instead of Minotaurs, it's just lonely looking businessmen on their way home to work. Like, it's really sad. My buddy brought me there when I first moved here because he was like, "You got to see all these bars," and he brought me to Barcodes.
And they got a blowjob labyrinth.
Yeah, it was kind of scary because it's like dark.
Is it a maze or is it different?
Oh,
It's fences. It's fences that they've made. I'm going to get in trouble. I feel like someone's going to take my gay card or something.
Can they? I don't think they can because you are gay. You are the card.
They have free pool on
umbrellas
Mondays.
on the top, like of the fence, so it's like it's enclosed. So it's almost like a tunnel,
fucking brilliant,
all the way around. Like it's a little
like a strip
scary.
club when the back rooms where you walk down a room and then you see in the peripheral vision
on
on
the right there's a businessman with no teeth, and on the left there's like two guys. It's really weird.
Damn it, I'm mad I
but
didn't know
it's their
about this.
35th
I was near this
anniversary.
place.
Now you know.
Use your money for teeth, businessman.
It's a one
You have
drink.
no teeth.
because I give great blowjobs.
Well, you're not a good businessman.
$2 drinks all weekend.
Hell yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
But they don't let girls in.
So you're gonna have to get your pussy licked elsewhere.
I like
Damn
that.
it.
I like that.
You like that?
What about non-gay men?
We'd be frowned upon, right?
I don't know. I'm sure there's some that don't identify as gay.
What?
It's not gay if they're sucking your dick.
That's my army.
Finally, somebody that gets it. Finally,
I told a couple straight guys that in my life.
Oh my God! Please do a go-to show to Hanks.
I would do
I
it.
won't be able to go.
What if
but-
they're like,
Is Scotty on Twitch and he's yelling at me right now? Are we okay?
I don't know.
Here's my honest answer, Sam: is I would do that, but I don't want them to think we're making fun of it.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Because if it's a safe place where people go and they have fun and
Of
it's
course,
no
but
harm, I don't want
think
them
you guys would have fun.
but I don't want them to think that we're going there and shitting on
like
it.
I took
exploit,
John to Barcodes, which is kind of similar. It's just not as sad.
I've never been.
And you can hang out in the
Scotty
bar
is
and you're
in the
fine.
chat.
You can hang out in the bar. You can do they have a sex shop in there if you need to buy some poppers at Barcodes.
All right.
We need pop. First, let's just start with poppers.
Yeah.
I feel like you and I should just do poppers on the show.
Yeah.
They probably sell them at Fair Villa.
Yeah, well, they sell them at Savoy too. So there's a little vending machine,
And it relaxes you, right? It
yeah,
Let's do a BDM show on poppers.
it's a muscle relaxing.
I need that. My muscles are always so tight.
We're like, put my pants in.
They say millennials.
Oh my God, I'm the president.
Millennials are doing poppers. They say now. At the club.
What'd you guys do today on the show? Well, we decided not to go to the secret gay club, but we did poppers and shit our pants.
Well, how loose can it make you? But I'm saying,
Wide open, baby.
Looser than alcohol? Because if
Yes.
I drink,
Alcohol
it's-
tightens you up because it dehydrates you.
You'll do it. They used to do it in the 80s. You do it when you're dancing because it's a little euphoric and you get a rush.
Hold on.
But you also
Take a
do it when
popper,
you're
shake my
upset.
titties around the dance floor.
It's like liquid incense or like keyboard cleaner. And
yeah, dude.
you're
It's
huffing
straight
it.
up like paint remover.
Oh, that sounds awesome. And I'm twirling that new Beyonce single.
Yeah.
I don't take myself. I don't take myself.
Yeah, there you go.
I don't break myself. I don't break myself.
There's some statistic that
I love that song. I've been twirling to it all weekend.
drunk drivers
Release your anger. Release your feels.
drunk drivers die less in drunk driving accidents because they're looser because they're drunk. That's a real thing. So alcohol looses you up a little bit, like you're flying out of a windshield.
It's a different kind of loose.
This is a little loose.
How much looser can you get?
You'll find out. You'll find out.
You get more loose than flying out your windshield.
We're all gonna
Do your
go.
loose drunk driver again.
You're like, oh.
Let's make that a dance.
It's the Bernie lead.
Like
A little bit, yeah.
fly out your windshield.
Yeah.
Like you get
You
looser
get
than
so
that.
loose that you
want me
fly
to-
out your window and the car goes in your ass. That's how.
I wanna do that.
They're like, "Where's the car?" It's in my ass. I'm so loose. I swallowed my own crashed car.
Parallel parked it
Yeah.
right here.
My God. But we're definitely doing poppers.
I'll be your gay Sherpa. You want
What
me
is
to
it?
be
Is it a
gay Sherpa
pill?
on your first
Let's
popper?
do-
No,
this
it's a liquid. It's a little bottle of
Oh my
liquid.
God.
that you
Yeah, and
sip.
they all have funny names like Jungle Juice.
Oh, we'll call it
You
gay
sniff it on
ayahuasca.
me?
Yeah, you're
We'll call-
basically inhaling it.
You can
sniff
be
it.
our
You're huffing it.
shaman.
Drink
Yeah.
it.
No.
Brenda can be our shaman, and we'll pretend it's gay ayahuasca,
Oh my
and we'll
God.
do poppers.
And then we'll go dancing.
Tom, do not drink poppers.
What if
please.
you drink it?
Don't drink
Do
it.
not drink it.
Oh, it'll open things you shouldn't open.
My
Don't drink
throat.
Oh my God, he's the world's biggest throat.
That's it.
Daddy thing.
Ew.
Daddy, thick neck.
Death by
What was
poppers.
the guy's name?
I don't like it. You can get it. Like I've tried it a couple times. You get like headaches.
I already have headaches.
Yeah.
And my wife always
It's
had a
not good
headache.
for you.
Yeah, but you get the
It's not
headaches
like a
after. It's like the
healthy-
Mitch Hedberg joke.
No.
Like, who cares what happens at the end of the experience?
Oh, during it's great.
That's all I want. I don't think about my repercussions of anything.
Can you take too much of it and get too loose?
Yeah.
Or you turn inside out. Oh my God! Ow.
Like the upside down. You're like
Yeah,
that,
exactly.
that thing with its face that opens.
a Demogorgon.
Yeah, that's your butt.
Almost on a nightly basis, I'm like, one more White Claw. And then I tell myself as if, like, I'm like, okay, you deserve one more.
Do you know why I pulled back?
One too many.
Do you want to know why I pulled back? Because
Why?
I would go to bed with one.
Yeah, no, I
I
know,
would
yeah.
bring one to bed and bring one cold one. Because I'd be like, I'll finish this one, and this will be my nightcap.
Wow.
And then I'd wake up the next morning, and then there'd be a half-drinking one on the counter. I'm like, oh my God, you have a problem.
That's a sign.
Yeah.
And there, it can't be that bad. My kids have strawberry toothpaste. Same thing. So
There you go. You're welcome.
That was a
thank
good
you,
one.
Brendan. Again, Bungalore.
No.
Bungalore.
Man.
And the bus on Fridays on Real Radio.
Yeah.
You can also get the podcast and check out Bungalore.com.
And buy their book.
Oh yeah, 100 things to do in Orlando.
Thank you. John will yell at me if I don't bring that up.
Yeah. And it is a great book to have. Just because if you're looking for something to do, go to page 68. They're like,
We have a
68.
copy.
Poppers at Savoy.
It says go to Hank's and stick it through the fence. we have a
One
copy.
drink minimum.
We have a copy at our Airbnb
Oh,
We do, yeah.
for people.
I
So
didn't see
when
it.
guests stay there,
like
you
a
didn't
Bible?
see it.
No, I didn't see it.
Somebody
Yeah.
may have taken it. Do we have another copy?
I'll bring it.
Well, it's possible that somebody thought we left it there for
That's true.
like a handout or something. The name of the band is Kid Capici. Name of
Capici.
Capici. The name of the song is Rob the Supermarket. It's fun. It's a fun little tune. We'll be back with more A Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan, closing out a weird day but a fun day. We'll be right back. Come enjoy historic downtown Sanford, Florida at the most unique stay in Sanford. It is the historic Tom and Dan House. It's the Sanford House.
Yep, you can go to bookairtnd.com. Honestly, if you go to Airbnb and search Sanford,
Pops right up.
Yeah, ours is one of the top now. It just became a super host, by the way.
Hey, congratulations, buddy.
So if you're looking to go Sanfording, check out all the dates available at bookairtnd.com. Lots of weekdays. We lowered the price to $125 for weekdays now.
There you go. Perfect for Wednesday and Thursday nights that are still good for partying.
Yep, and some weekends that are open in August, September. But we got to thank some of our great sponsors that helped us with our Airbnb. One of them being the sponsor that took care of all our beds. And our beds are awesome. They're adjustable. They will go to zero G.
Yeah, they have 0G settings. They can go fully flat. They have snore. You hit a button to reduce snoring.
Yeah.
They also
Massage feature.
They have the cooling techniques.
Well, that hyper chill mattress, it really does make a difference. Brendan O'Connor just stayed at our Airbnb Airbnb, and he said it was the best pillows he've ever slept on because they're cool on one side and the other side, like they get the hyper chill technology.
Yeah, they're really cool.
It keeps your pillow cool. Same thing with the mattress too. Your mattress is always cool with the hyper chill mattresses, and like I said, the adjustable frames and the beds.
It's awesome.
And he's got all sizes. Here's how you find the information. If you text Tom and Dan Bed, just all one word, Tom and Dan Bed, to 321-521-2327, you'll get a list of everything that's in our Airbnb. All the different adjustable,
mattresses,
frames, the mattresses, the pillows. And Greg, the mattress man, he can help you out. No pressure. All his information is on there if you're looking
Greg,
for...
the mattress man.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm calling him.
Does he wear
BDM Greg.
Hello, it is me, Greg. He looks like Willy Wonka.
He's BDM Greg, the mattress man. And also, we got really cool custom Adirondack chairs with Tom and Dan Dreamin' logo on them.
Yeah, they're awesome. And you can buy those. And you can basically get any team you want on there.
Yeah, he's got all the licensing for all the NCAA teams, NFL teams.
He's going to check it out.
WCW, is that WWF?
WWE. There you go.
But
third time's the charm.
He has the licensing for all the brands.
If you want an Undertaker chair, you can get one.
MyCustomChair.com. Also, if you want any BDM logo, Tom and Dan logo, they're really cool, like Polywood, Adirondack chairs.
It'll last forever. And if you want our logo, like Tom said, just do it, man. We'd love for you to get a Tom and Dan chair.
Yep, that's mycustomchairs.com. But if you're looking for a place to go Sanfording, it's bookairtnd.com.
Focus barely can open for this.
Hey, welcome back to A Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan. That is Keep for Cheap with Segway.
Real quick,
what are we doing here?
We're going to do a party meetup at Cafe Da Vinci July 29th. Little Stranger is playing. True Phonic is opening for them. It's a free show. We're all going to be out there. We'll be out there on 8:30 in the land July 29th. And then also Eric will be at the Sanford Food Truck Fiesta this Sunday.
Yep.
So Brendan, real quick, because then we'll let you get out of here. Because it's been a weird day. We lost the power. We sat around in the dark.
I could stay with you all day.
Oh, well, thank you.
Here's, okay.
We love having you in, man. Thanks for the time today. We appreciate it.
So we're talking gay bars, right? And I feel...
So gay.
So follow me with this.
Uh-huh.
I love gay bars because everybody likes to drink. Great drink specials. They pour heavy. They like to party.
Bartenders are usually really good. It's a stereotype, but it's a true stereotype. Sorry.
They got to work hard for us.
They do.
Bartenders are great.
They're usually the best bartenders. Fast.
Everybody's having fun.
No one's trying to fight.
No one's
well, if you are, they'll get you the fuck out of there.
That's on lesbian night.
Super. Get off. I was gonna say that stereotypically, and I don't know, like lesbians have to step their game up with their bars. They're not known
Faces
as to be
used
as
to be
fun.
pretty good on Lee Road.
They're all closing. That's actually an
Do you remember Faces?
Not to bring it down.
I've
heard of it.
That was a great bar.
Yeah.
I've been there a couple times and it closed down.
Gay men
There's
stereotypically...
like 3 lesbian bars left in the country.
Okay.
There's not many.
Seems like gay men are stereotypically more fun. I don't know. I'm just throwing it out there. I'm not going to get a lot of hate. That's the stereotype. I'm ignorant. I don't know. As
a gay man, thank you.
That's what I see on TV. Anyway, so I equated to this. One time we went to Germany to visit friends years and years ago before
This
kids.
is when you were into poo-poo stuff.
And we they both were in the military. They lived right across the street from the giant military base.
Uh-huh.
And we went there, we were hanging out, and then they were like, oh, let's go to this local bar. And we went to the local bar, and it was all military, like all military men, women, everybody's like, people are dressed in like their military garb, some people not, but basically it was all military. And then they gave military discounts and stuff, and then we were drinking with them, and then they were like, oh, like, just put on my tab, I'll get the military discount. And I felt bad because I'm like, well, I'm not military.
Stolen valor.
Stolen valor. And I feel when I go to a gay bar...
When you and I would go to that bar, they would think we're a couple, wouldn't they?
No. I feel...
Well, we'd be kissing.
Like,
if you going to a gay bar and taking advantage of that...
Stolen gay valor.
That's what
I'm saying.
No, it's not for you. Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Because now I'm taking advantage of what you guys have built.
Yeah.
And your mentality.
And you're benefiting because it's a nicer experience for the most
Exactly.
part.
You're getting better drinks.
I'm
yeah.
benefiting
yeah,
on
you
the
know what?
drinks.
Stay
The
out.
How was that looked at?
So
You're fine. We hate bridal showers, but anyway,
You know what?
If I see one more bridal shower happen in a gay bar, it makes me so mad, and especially when we couldn't get married, and you see people having
You're
bridal
flaunting
showers
your fucking bridal
in a gay
shower
bar
here?
prior to people
What
getting
was
married.
that?
I never thought about that.
So tasteless.
My wife did that. Now she
I literally almost just
You just
screamed.
hear the arms in the air. Woo!
she did,
My wife may have done that too. I'll have to confirm.
but it was
Oh,
at the old
sure.
Parliament House, and she went to see a show.
Yeah.
But it's similar things.
no, I
It's-
think my wife straight up
it's-
was eating pussy.
Listen, it's stolen gay valor. I'm telling you. So, am I wrong about feeling that? Because I feel like I
I'm not
shouldn't
going
be
to tell
getting
you
all
your
the perks.
feelings are wrong, Tom. What you're feeling, whatever. That's what you're feeling.
That's
is what
a really
you're feeling.
respectful way to say that.
But you're wrong. No.
I also,
No,
You
you're
don't
welcome.
care, yeah.
It's okay. Like maybe back in the day when gay bars were the only places
Yeah.
that gay people could
It was
go.
like, get in here, you're safe.
Yeah,
Right.
because it was literally
Yeah. Like, please,
illegal.
lock the door.
Like, right, to be gay, like you could be gay, and they'd have these. They were gay speakeasies.
yeah.
right?
You had to hide from
Like,
society
yeah,
because
like-
society was horrible.
And then, right,
Yeah.
but now everybody goes to gay bars, so it's fine. You're fine. Just don't be like obnoxious and weird and say, fag and stuff.
Oh my God! You know, if I had a nickel for every time this guy starts the mornings, he does his stretches.
I know. Why would
I say that?
I got lots of strength, bro.
Why would you even tell me that?
Good morning.
Hey,
You're gonna be feeling good. You're gonna be
That
feeling
polo
good.
says you say it, Tom.
It happens.
He's turning red.
You're gonna get real comfortable,
Oh, my
and
God.
it could slip.
Right.
Hey, you can come here, but don't say a horrible slur that only a horrible person would
I went to
scream out at a
university
gay
club.
bar. Why would you do
What's
that?
the password? Is the password for?
Did you University Club? Remember University Club?
I used to live there.
What?
Yeah.
It was a gay bar. You didn't know that. You didn't know that you're gay.
Tom was too dumb to know.
You didn't know he was gay. You didn't know you're gay.
I had a very conservative.
Bring in your sons. They're actors. Give it up.
I had a very conservative lawyer friend who brought me there once. He wanted me to be his gay
Oh, this is a bar.
liberal
Okay.
friend.
I thought you were talking about the
No,
apartment
University Club
complex.
downtown, like the.
No. I was talking about the apartment complex near UCF.
Oh no, it's like a private club for like rich judges.
Oh,
and
we
stuff.
did look. Someone called us and told us about this. They worked on that place. Remember?
Yes.
God damn it.
No, you are right.
So it was like
I know
it was
exactly.
like 2 stories.
Yes.
It was right by the library, but now it's where Modera is and the new shoe store,
Yes.
like Michael Jordan, so like that.
Yeah,
that's
that
what replaced it.
luxury Kicks place.
But
yeah.
they now have like a more state of the art club in there. But he brought me there because he was trying to impress me because he wanted me to be his liberal gay friend, token liberal gay friend. And when we were, and I didn't know what it was.
Am I supposed to have one of those?
Yeah, he thought he did, and he was punching the code. There's a little punch keypad on the back. He brought me up, and I showed up after work from Orlando Weekly. I was wearing short, fluorescent pink
Yeah,
shorts,
you were.
and a denim shirt, and he
you
was
like to
punching
party.
the code, and he turns around and he looks at me and he goes, "Don't take this the wrong way. Just don't be so gay." And then he went in, and I was
my
like, "What?
God.
What is happening?" And I went in, and it was like Republic in Narnia, and it was all these old men, like they should have been wearing wigs, and they're all drinking beer out of their styrofoam cups and talking about IRAs, and everything was wood panels and talking about
society, bro.
hippies and
Weird.
yeah, it was so weird. But they were saying fag and stuff all the time.
Oh, my
Just
God.
throwing it around because they didn't
knew
know
it.
because I was an interloper.
It's weird that they.
Who invited this? They were saying it like that.
Or this
Not like at me. They
open
were directing
conversation.
it
I'm
at
sure a
me,
lot
but
of
it was
slurs
almost
were
like
said.
they were trying to test me to see if I was cool.
Right.
Was I gonna
Question one of
complain?
cool test.
By the- yeah.
Are you a?
I know. And I had to go into like a special place of like, I'm just an alien visiting right now.
I mean,
and
did they
I'm
really have to
Oh, my
ask? You
God.
had on tiny pink shorts. What do they want?
And I was giving the one guy a hand job. Like,
That should have given it away.
Well, that's not gay.
wow.
That's their secret handshake, though.
Sometimes
I'm
when
the gay
Tom
one.
is super stressed out, I'll help him out while he's crunching the
friends.
numbers.
Oh, and with this, that's another favorite thing about a gay bar is that they're
Floral?
like,
Oh.
"Hey, you guys like hand jobs. We'll make a area out back to do that. I like that. It's like, I like hand jobs too.
Not all of them are like that.
No, I know, but some of them, they're the smart ones.
I'm with Tama. You can't go get a hand job at Beef O'Brady's. I can watch the Braves. I can watch the Braves play, but I can't walk 7 feet to the side.
And that's why they called it Beef O'Brady.
I wish. I'll see you at Beef's.
Beef O'Gravies.
This wouldn't work with the Crow, but let's say Daniel's at a Beef O'Brady's, and then
I'm like, you got to get down there. They're doing hand job night.
And then they have some stalls in the back to get a blowjob. I bet he could talk.
Well,
I don't think so. She's in the chat room. Andrea, call in. Would you let me get a blowjob in a stall at Beef O'Brady's?
No.
Yes or no?
Well, from her.
Would get a little.
From her. I thought you meant from a man.
No,
so did I.
No.
I was on board. Now I don't want it.
If they had this,
would she do that though?
For heterosexual,
my wife
places.
would not. My wife would not do that
at a bar.
First of all, my wife hates sports bars. I can't even get her to go to Ale House.
Go, like Woodshed, right?
No, she's not an exhibitionist.
Yeah, that's why straight women are boring.
You're right. She's in there. Yeah, I would not give him a hand job at Beef's. She said. That's a quote.
In a stall? What if they had a maze? If you walk through the maze and they had an umbrella.
You know what? If you made it that stupid game, 2 dots. Is that a game on the phone? What is it called? 5 dots, 3 dots, 2 dots, whatever. My wife
you mean the password?
Or put it in her goddamn Duolingo. If you made it Duolingo, that she got a coupon for a month off of her Duolingo language translator, she'd do it.
Sounds like you need a dangling carrot to get
every night. She's laying in her bed with her iPad playing 2 dots in Duolingo. I'm like, put your device down.
That's why
give me a handy.
No, I can't say that.
That's why gay bars are better, because you're standing here drinking. You're like, you know what? I want a hand job, and they're like, oh, an umbrella. Go to the umbrella.
I'll give you one if you give me one. All right.
Well, this is everything I want. What else could you want?
That's why gay guys are getting meningitis right now.
It's a small price to pay.
It really
know what that is.
Meningitis, girlingitis.
Every gets that, it's fine. All right, you can touch your chin to your chest.
If you're looking for a handy, you can go to Hake's or Barcodes.
There it is.
Or Club Orlando. Don't do it at Savoy. Don't do it at District Dive. You might be able to do it at Southern Night somewhere. Stonewall used to have the underwear night.
What's underwear night? Oh, we must have missed underwear night.
That's what the lockers are for. You'd go and you'd put all your clothes in the locker.
I know what I saw the lockers.
But again, if I participated in that and I wasn't gay, I feel like
do you have to be? Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. I'm getting excited. Do I have to look great, or can I be a little fudgy on underwear night?
No, all body types, right?
Yeah, all body types.
You're not gonna. I'm not gonna get shamed. Or I'm gonna look around and see people like whispering because my gut flap's a little melty.
No.
There's a whole scene for that.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's
otters, bears, cubs.
What am
chubs.
I'm a chubs. A cubs.
No, I like.
What am I?
You're a little bit of a bear.
I'm a baby bear.
That's because the beard.
I'm a baby bear.
You're a cub.
Yeah.
Is that what a cub is? A baby bear?
Well,
I want to be a baby
but
bear.
More fresh face.
I want to be referred to as a baby. Oh, he's a baby bear. Is that a thing, or can I make that up?
You just self-identify.
I'm a baby bear. I identify as a baby bear. I'm a baby bear in a diaper. I'm a little diaper baby.
I'm
a bear.
Face,
gets me hairier though.
Yeah. I'm not a real man.
You know what you are? You are a jock. You are a stressed out fairy. That's what you are. I'm a baby bear.
I don't know why we have to be put into boxes. It's something I
want to put everybody in a box.
Everybody in a box. Yeah. Samantha
with an umbrella on top.
Samantha is a paranoid lesbo. That's what you are.
All right, let's get out of here. Sam, what's semantics this weekend?
Yeah, we're recording tonight with Grift and Jess and our buddy Jesse from the Fourth and Dirty podcast.
All right.
Ooh. Those are both unpredictable guests. You never know what they will
Jess
drop.
on Jess.
Yeah, that is a Jess on Jess scenario.
Brendan, you got anything going on coming up?
Nothing crazy. We're still pushing the Bungalow or Buddy keychain discounts. If you want to unlock Orlando, it's some really fun discounts. Just head on over to bungalower.com/support us, and it gets you discounts at all types of places. Like Ravenous Pig, you could get happy hour prices any time of day, any day.
I didn't know that.
$25 burgers are $15 instead.
And they're really good burgers.
Really
and don't sleep on the Mai sandwich. It's great. But I think you can only get it in
Don't bring up Mai sandwiches around town.
You can only get it in the beer garden.
We give out soccer tickets all the time, too, and I think we're cooking something up for Orlando Pride.
All right.
A little box. So,
very cool.
Tons of stuff for key members.
All right, guys. We got. I'll tell you a story that I can't tell on the AMT because I got to bury it in the BDM show. But it's about our fireworks display. But I don't want my neighbors to hear, so I'll tell that story on Monday.
Oh, okay.
So if you're not a BDM, subscribe at tomanddan.com. And our BDM Beach Party is coming up in September.
Yep, we'll see you then, guys. Thanks so much. tomanddan.com for all things Tom and Dan, and
we'll see you next week.
Yep. Bye.
Oh, wait a minute. I can't publish that. It's mediocre.